Good evening, and welcome to Monster of the Week.
Woo.
I am your host, Kelly McLaughlin, and I will be the keeper of stories and secrets tonight. If you guys are tuning in for the first time, Monster of the Week is not Dungeons & Dragons. It's a different role-playing game, and it's much more improv, and the dice rolls are just to determine whether our characters succeed, do average, or fail horribly. This is a horror-themed adventure, so there is a good chance of brutal harm and death and many horrible things happening to our characters.
Oh, great.
We are joined today by our friends.
Jill Denitis playing Addie Truman, the Wronged.
I'm Mitchell Roberts. I'm playing Jasper Cunningham, the Flake.
And my name is Joe O'Gorman, playing Steve Miami Ashcroft, the Expert.
And tonight we are going to dive into Chapter 3 of our adventure. If you haven't caught the first 2 episodes, they are available on YouTube at our Dungeon Dudes channel. If you don't know about that, Dungeon Dudes is a show that we do every week. We upload new videos on Thursday, and we also play live Dungeons & Dragons on most Tuesday nights. Tonight, however, Monty is doing a show, so I am hosting our Monster of the Week. So let's dive into it.
All right.
When last we left our heroes, you had just been in a horrible plane crash. Half of the plane had ripped off. Steve Miami Ashcroft drove his car out of the cargo hold.
Brilliant move.
Into a snowbank, only getting mildly concussed and breaking an arm. Truman and Jasper, you guys seatbelted in and watched as most of the other passengers on the plane were thrown out of it, and you guys managed to crawl yourselves out.
Yeah.
And you were
Always wear your seatbelt.
by Steve's side, pulling him out of his car, when you turned to see the horrible monster that had attacked you on the plane, which was a man who was smuggling a formula inside of him that turned him into a giant ghost monster.
Yes.
And you saw in your final moments of last time, that monster accumulated all of the bodies from the plane crash and turned into a giant hulking beast. And that was where we left it.
Yeah.
So, the scene is Steve Miami Ashcroft, broken arm, wounded, being pulled out of his trusty car, Bessie.
What I called it?
You named it Bessie, yes.
Yep,
In the
I
last
remember.
moments, you named your car Bessie.
Total record.
As you said, you always wanted to fly, girl, and then drove it out the back of a plane. Jasper and Truman, you were helping Steve get out of the car,
Yeah. I talked
and
him out.
that's where the monster
Begrudgingly.
was.
So
You
the car-
guys notice one other thing, however, to set this scene. As you look back at the monster's giant tendril foot stomp down into the snow, it's about a mile away from you at this point. You guys have moved away from the plane crash. You crawled out of some of the debris, and it's kind of starting to move towards you. But you also see a smaller figure running towards you guys, and it's Edna, one of the survivors from the plane crash.
Ooh.
The only other person that you've seen so far who has survived.
How big is the monster?
It's
If I had to guess,
it looks like
even in my concussion state, I want to
Um,
give it an estimate.
I want to say the size of a small cabin.
Ah.
Oh,
Like it's
So
one
you know,
story tall.
You know that costume shop that has a blow-up ape on top of it?
Yes.
Like that size?
Sure.
All right.
It's a blow-up ape-sized.
So you all know what we're talking about.
It is exactly the size of a large inflatable ape. So
Got
what
it.
do you guys do?
Is this car still running?
The car seems to be.
Na-na-na-na-na-na.
Yeah, you could try to start the
My
car.
foot's still on the gas.
I mean, you're
We
being
were pulling
pulled
you
out of
out.
it.
Are the wheels just spinning?
It's in a snowbank like this.
But is the
Oh.
trunk
The trunk
Oh?
is sticking out. Yeah.
okay? We need to get some supplies.
Yeah, can you pop the trunk?
Snap out of it! Slap.
I was like a fucking cousin.
At least he knows why he's slurring.
I'm actually more confused that my clothes are changed. Did you guys change my shirt?
There was bloody.
Yeah, we want him to look good. You know, we know a lot of your confidence comes from looking good, so we got to make sure. If we're gonna
Another
survive-
stomp of a footprint.
Oh God!
Jasper, hold him,
What
and
am I
I
doing?
like toss him over to you, and I get
got
to
him.
the trunk, and we have our stuff with us, right?
Yeah, you
Kinda
guys
grab
had
her.
some of your you acquired your gear at the end of last episode.
Okay.
And now you have it with you.
Just hit the trunk once to give it a good hit, and
I
it'll
take
open.
my rifle, and I'm just like, boop.
The trunk pops open. Steve, what's inside the trunk?
Anything your heart desires, but more specifically, a library of books. So it's just a bunch. It's your classic messy trunk. It's a bunch of books, an armory, so a stockpile of mystical and rare weapons.
All right.
And it's actually an obelette.
It's pronounced omelet.
It's
We have an omelet in the back.
this room is isolated from every kind of monster spirit and magic that you know about. Basically, I know for a fact that I've hidden in the trunk before for days, and I've been untouched by monsters.
I imagine that you probably have some sort of like ruins or like something along the inside of the trunk so that if you were to hop in and close it, it wards off evil.
The only problem is that only one of us can fit in it.
For those of you at home, Steve's car is using one of the expert's abilities to have a, what's it called, a hideout?
My haven.
Haven.
It's my haven.
So his haven is his car, which apparently is just his trunk. And he gets to take abilities that are represented by your haven. Most times it would be your base, but because we're moving,
Because we're mobile.
Yeah.
you're mobile. But your car is currently stuck in a ditch. But you can still open up the trunk, so there's a ton of books off to one side. You have a bag full of the weirdest weapons anybody's
that's
seen.
convenient.
What do you need, Truman?
Anything that would help me with like holy water.
If it's in a bag, can we just take the bag?
You also have your duffel bag.
Like I have my classic duffel bag. We're bringing that. That's
Yeah.
That's coming.
But we have to choose something right now.
I mean, that's
You
up
have a
to Steve.
stockpile of
Okay.
mystical and rare monster-killing weapons and items. If you need a special weapon, roll weird.
Can I get
The
almost
monster
like,
takes another stomp.
You know what I
No.
need? You know, like a flamethrower with like a jetpack. Instead of flames, can it be like
I might
a
have
water
that.
backpack,
Oh, a squirt gun.
but like a giant squirt gun, like
Yeah.
a professional?
There's
squirt
those
gun.
super
Like a-
soakers that have like the backpack.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And I have to roll weird.
Like in
I think it's in
Ghostbusters
there.
2.
Check behind the books on dark magic.
and I roll weird.
Perfect.
Is it weird?
Yeah.
8.
Nice.
You have it, but only the minimum.
You have it,
So no water's
but
inside of it.
there's no water inside.
Okay,
Oh,
I'll take
no.
it. I strap it on.
we got tons of snow around us.
I'm like, I have like, how many water bottles do I get from Plane Crash? Because I know I had a bunch of them, but like,
3.
perfect. I'm like, this will do for now. I'm sure we'll find some water somewhere that I can bless this backpack and make it holy water. We'll see.
You're ordained online, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yes, I'm an ordained minister online. I can marry people and make holy water.
Stomp another
God.
footprint, and you hear a deafening roar from this giant monster. And as you look at it, it has like this form, like this 4-legged beast walking towards you. But as it's getting closer, you realize that it is just stuck together corpses that are all just like stuck together like a big pile of meat. And it has like this mouth made with like teeth, but all the teeth are like jagged bones that are sticking out. And it's just stomping its way towards you. And you see only a little bit in front of it is little Edna, who was the lady who gave you candy on the plane. And she's running. And she catches up to you guys and is
Oh,
like,
thank God.
"Oh dear, oh dear, oh the plane. What? Do you have anything in the trunk for me?
Get her a gun.
What do you need?
I don't know. I don't know how to. What is this thing? You gave me a rocket launcher.
There could be. And I'm kind of nursing my broken arm, and I reach in, and I get a 7. So I have it, but only the minimum.
You have a rocket. For a rocket
right.
launcher.
I have.
Nice.
Oh, where's the launcher? Here, and I just hand her a live round.
What do I do with this?
That's like
Bang the back with a hammer.
this is
You'll
your
be fine.
This is your wheelhouse now.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do my best.
Can I try to grab something?
Yeah, what do you want to grab?
I want to grab skis.
That's what I was thinking.
All
like
right.
mini skis, though.
Yeah, I'm gonna
This
grab
would be
a full size just in case we get.
Technically, it's
The bare
supposed to be
minimum?
rare
Okay.
monster-killing weapons.
Oh,
but
okay.
Steve might have that in his duffel
Steve,
bag.
check your duffel bag.
That's fair.
Yeah, I mean, I always keep. Where the hell are my skis? It's. I have it somewhere. I have it, but it's not here.
Shoot.
They fell out.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Your
we can
skis
go
are
look
still
for
in the plane, which is behind the monster.
Oh God.
It's at this moment that a tendril flies out and wraps around Edna's leg.
Yeah, she
we
still has the bomb.
loved
Yeah.
What do
Take
you
one for the
do?
team, Edna.
I'm going to try to grab the rocket from her and huck it at the tendril, like further down.
Okay.
Can I help
Yeah.
him?
So, what do you want to do to
I
help?
want to stab the tendril behind Edna.
Okay, so you're stabbing the tendril and you're trying to grab the
I'm taking
rocket.
I'm taking the rocket from her, and I'm going to, because I know how rockets work, scientist. I turn it on with the button,
Sure.
and I huck
Well,
it.
hold on. Roll help out.
Okay. 7.
All right.
So you expose yourself to trouble or danger, but you do get a +1 on your roll. You're trying to grab the rocket from her. She pulls the rocket back and goes, "This is my rocket."
Edna,
Edna.
we need you right now. I gave you that rocket. You were just holding on to it for me. It was
I'm gonna say that this is an attempt to. Are you like you're trying to protect her by taking the rocket away? So I'm gonna say roll protect someone.
oh, and I get a +1.
Yeah.
I got an 8.
You help them okay, but you're gonna suffer some or all of the harm they were going to get. So
Oh no.
Oh no.
as you
Uh-oh.
rip the rocket away and Truman stabs into the tendril lets go of Edna and slaps you across the face, doing 1 harm.
No.
And Edna turns and, like a football, just winds up and hucks the rocket at the monster.
Yeah.
At this moment, you hear a whirring sound coming from the tree line behind you. And out of the trees comes a snowmobile.
Yes.
And there's a guy
Sweet.
in a plaid shirt with a big beard. He has thick rimmed glasses on, and he's wearing like a big winter hat. And he slides up to you guys on a snowmobile, pulls out a handgun, lines it up, and shoots the rocket. And it
Holy
explodes,
moly.
and you see the monster actually partially explode, and bodies fall all over the
Oh.
place. And he looks at all of you, and he goes, "Come with me if you want to live."
100%.
And that's where we're going to start our story.
All right. carry your body with us.
So, the monster explodes, and you see corpses and gore fly all over the snow. Still a little bit away from you, so you only get lightly covered in blood and guts. And he looks at you all, the man who just rode up, and he goes, "Name's Anthony. I can't fit all of you on here. Is anybody okay to ski behind or something?"
Edna is.
All right.
I'm hopping right on there, right
Right.
behind.
I'm just gonna quickly grab something from this secret bag.
So as
The
people
trunk?
are hopping on, and he has
The secret bag? You mean the car's trunk?
That's what I
the
meant.
secret trunk bag.
Yeah,
He throws a set of skis down and like has a rope attached to the end.
I'm on it.
Yeah, you have a broken arm.
I
so
am
you
right
probably
there.
And
can't.
I'm like, I just
Yeah.
took a tentacle to the face.
So it's Anthony, Truman, Steve,
I'm laying down. I'm like hunched over the back.
and then Edna and Jasper are gonna ski behind.
All right.
Can you put my
Uh,
bag
what
Is
do
on?
you-
she like? Am I wearing her like a backpack?
She's
Hop
holding you.
on.
Yeah, she's holding you on the same set of skis. It's gonna be
Okay,
a rough
no.
ride.
Cool. I'm really good skier.
Excited.
So I reach into the trunk.
Yes.
And I'm going for remote controlled mines.
Okay.
So I'm supposed to roll weird, and I got a 9.
Woo!
7 to 9. You have it, but only the minimum.
Okay.
Still, you have to roll 10 or higher to have it, right?
crap. So-
you find one remote mine.
And the remote?
Yes.
Yes.
But you only get one.
Awesome.
Nice.
I'll take it.
All right.
Rad.
So you guys hop on, and Anthony floors it into the woods.
I have my duffel bag, right?
Yeah, you have your duffel bag. You guys have the gear that you're taking with you.
Sweet.
The car, though, is left behind, and actually what's left of the monster with its exploded half, you see one of the tendrils wrap around the car and pull it out and just toss it.
No!
And it actually like
Bessie!
lands and tumbles in front of you as Anthony veers off to the side. Jasper, you're on skis
Yeah.
behind it.
I'm a really
so
good
as
skier.
it veers off to the side, I need you to act under pressure to see if you avoid the tumbling car that's
No
just
problem.
crashed in front of you.
Totally happy. This is the worst thing that I have.
Cock die.
Oh yeah, this
Cock
is
die, cock
this
die,
is
roll it.
totally
It's a
cocked.
cock die. You
I
can
definitely
re-roll
have
it.
to re-roll this, and that helped a lot. I got a 5. No, actually, God, I got a 4.
Bye, Edna.
You crash into the car, breaking the skis, and Edna goes flying off behind you.
Edna, no!
And she actually, like, as she goes flying and, like, veers off in a different direction, she makes contact with a tree, and there's a thick thud.
And
I
mean, it wasn't
Edna,
crack.
Yeah, that's a good sound.
you say, as you also lose your skis,
Oh,
they, like,
no.
snap, and now you're just, you're ground skiing. You're just skiing,
No problem.
boot skiing.
Oh, that's
Boot
okay.
skiing.
I have a crazy carpet in my bag, and as I'm laying over it, I reach into my bag to grab my crazy carpet that I'm gonna throw. Like, no, one of those discs, like those little saucer discs.
Yeah.
Like the
This
kids
is ridiculous.
skiing.
And
Your bag is ridiculous.
I roll an 11,
yes.
You
Yes.
you toss.
and I just give you a frisbee.
you frisbee tossed.
And I throw it down as I'm running.
So you grab it and toss it under your feet.
Yeah.
And continue surfing on this disc.
Well, now I would like to pull in as much as possible to give me less whip.
okay.
Yeah.
Act
More
under pressure.
nay.
Oh, I guess more specifically, I want it to be like I want it to be like a very small, like a 12-inch diameter, like basically a
1 foot?
frisbee. It was just a frisbee.
Yeah.
I play frisbee golf in the off season. Steve might
You
be
mean
I'm gonna have
Ultimate
you roll
frisbee.
another act under pressure.
Gosh darn it. Okay.
Does anybody want to help him out?
I'll help him.
How are you gonna help him?
I am going to. So you're closer, right? Now.
He's
I'm
trying to
closer?
get
Yeah.
closer. That's what I'm
Yeah.
having him roll on.
Okay.
I'm gonna keep the rope taut. Like I'm gonna try to stabilize the rope and make sure it doesn't slide or anything.
So what I was gonna do
Okay.
is essentially like push you out, but hold on to like your feet so you don't fall off. But you can like lean back and like with your one good arm and help steady him.
okay.
Yeah.
All right, so you're helping him out. Okay, wait, hold on. She's helping you out. You're
Yeah.
gonna help Jasper out. So roll help out.
Okay.
4. I don't know if I helped.
5.
All right, so help out. On a miss, you expose yourself to trouble or danger without helping. So you actually go to grab his feet and you knock him. So Steve, you get a -1 to your roll.
3.
Oh, okay.
No, wait. 4.
Okay, so you go to grab the rope and you actually unhinge the rope by accident. Jasper, act under pressure with.
I mean, do I have
no,
to come up with a new plan
Grab
now?
Steve's arm.
Yeah, what's your plan now? The rope's been unhinged
how
because
close-
neither of these two helped you.
I pick it up and I lasso myself back on.
Roll act
for
under
my bad
pressure.
arm.
Okay.
I don't even need this arm anymore.
Oh, so that's we're all so excited for a second.
By the
That's
way-
a 5.
All of you can mark an experience point for how poorly you just did.
Yay!
Success.
Yay.
Jasper, you throw the rope and it hits nothing and you are just slowing down. What are you guys gonna do?
I say, stop the, what is it? Snowmobile. Stop the snowmobile.
Anthony puts on the brakes and like slides to a stop and he's like, we can't wait.
We can wait for Jasper. Jasper!
As you call back for Jasper, you notice what's left of the beast start to push through the trees behind you. It's still a ways away, but it's gaining on you.
Because they stopped the snowmobile and I probably still have some momentum even though it fell off. Can I catch up with them or would you say I'm
Yeah, you
I
catch
caught
up. You slide to a stop next to
All
the snowmobile, but
Awesome.
now the monster is in your view, and you see it pick up Edna's body and rip it in half with its
Ooh.
crazy bone
So
teeth.
much for using her
Okay,
as
we
a
can go
slide.
again.
Put
We
it
can
on
go
the thing.
again.
Go,
We can
go,
go
go,
again.
go.
Anthony
Yeah, I'm gonna get on and
steps on
say,
it.
punch it.
and he punches it.
Yes, he said it.
Punch.
And after a short ways, he turns around and he's kind of dodging through the trees. You can see that there's a bit of a path, and he's kind of moving through the trees. And he turns around and he's like, "Is anybody going to attack that thing?" And the
Good idea.
you all turn around and the monster's like kind of pushing through the trees and coming after you. It's tearing trees down as it moves, and you hear the crack and breaking of branches as this hunk of meat just starts pushing and reforming its way. As it's doing so, you see more bodies falling off of it, so it is getting a little bit smaller as it's getting closer to you. The trees are knocking pieces of it off.
I want to. You can go
I was gonna
first.
say,
Peter.
I stand up and I so I'm like straddling the moving thing, and I'm just like, with my assault rifle.
Nice.
All right, I'm gonna make you roll an act under pressure. Not a kick some ass because the monster's not close enough to hurt you, but act under pressure to see how well you do with turning around, straddling, and shooting at this thing.
We'll see. 7.
All right, so 7 is.
You're in there.
So you can shoot at it, straddling it. There is a chance that the firing... Okay, you can either damage the target directly, and I'm going to have you make another roll to see if you fall off.
Okay.
Or you can do half the amount of harm and stay on.
Half that amount of harm.
Okay, so how much harm is that?
It was 3 technically.
That's half?
No, that's
Okay, so we'll round up. You do
Yay.
2 harm.
and you manage to stay on.
Nice.
I'm gonna throw down my remote mine.
Okay,
Is it a sticky mine?
sure.
Awesome. I would like to throw it on a tree that is in the path that the monster's coming.
Okay.
And then I don't know if I should save my plan, I guess. Is obviously we're gonna keep going forward. Once the monster gets close, but still not up to the tree, I'm gonna explode it to hopefully give the monster damage, but also block the way of its path with a downed tree or something.
Okay.
That's the goal of my bomb.
All right.
I was like, you gotta do this, bomb. Bring down this tree, buddy.
I'm gonna have another act under pressure roll because you're to see how well your toss is off a moving vehicle.
That's an 8.
An 8.
Yeah,
Okay.
because I have -1 for act under
Killed
pressure,
it.
unfortunately.
All right. So 8 means that I'm going to give you a hard choice or worse outcome.
Okay.
So you throw the mine, it bounces off the tree, and it lands just in the snow. So it's not going to be on the tree that you wanted it to, but it's in the snow on the path as you move down. After a few moments, the monster is coming closer and closer, and then it stands right over top of the mine.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna blow that.
Right before you do it too, I'm going to pull on what's his name?
Anthony?
And I want to use my new panic button move.
Ooh.
And I'm like, Anthony, there's a hard left coming up. Maybe we can lose him when the explosion happens.
Nice.
Anthony, roll. You have to roll for it, right?
Do it.
I get an 8. You can go or stay, but if you go, it's going to cost you. You leave something behind, or something comes with you.
Okay.
Like a hard left when he blows it up.
He looks at you and he goes, I don't take that path much, but it might be a shortcut and we might be able to lose him. And he veers. And as he veers, the rope that Jasper is hanging on to, because you're still...
I'm on.
You're on?
Yeah.
I thought that you were pulled up to it, but you
Yeah.
were still like surfing behind.
No. Well, my imagination was the thing stopped. I just went up to it because they unhinged the rope, and we didn't put it back on again. And I just like hopped onto like the front
Okay.
or something.
Great.
Yeah, but I
You
didn't
fall
say that.
off. And as you guys make the sharp turn,
Dang it.
Jasper falls off and he rolls the direction that you guys were heading.
Oh god.
And the monster is tumbling towards you. And it looks at Jasper and it looks at the snowmobile. And it looks back and back. What do you guys do?
Wait, what about my bomb? Has it gone through the
Oh yeah,
bomb yet?
it blew up. That's right.
Yeah.
Oh man, sorry.
Yeah.
So you set off the bomb.
Yeah.
Just as you go flying off, you set the
Okay.
bomb up
In the air?
In midair. So you guys take the shorter route. The monster explodes, and corpses rain everywhere. I'm gonna have that do 4 harm.
Anthony. I think we lost someone.
So it is actually just like a lump of meat that's like crawling along the ground now as you tumble down. You can see actually just in the end of your view through the trees as Anthony veers off and starts taking this other path. You can see that he's heading towards a plume of smoke coming out of the tree line that you can see just off in the distance, straight ahead from where you are.
So like I can cut through the woods and lead him off or something?
Yeah.
I'm going to do that, but I'm just gonna have my shotgun out.
All right.
Just in case.
So you start running through the woods towards the plume of smoke.
As
Yeah.
we're going away, we can still see the monster.
What's left of him, yeah.
Okay. I take one of my holy water bottles, I uncap it, and I toss it towards while saying, "Come get me, you big lump of monster!"
Yeah, come
Ah!
Yeah, go get them!
I'm gonna have you roll.
Stop yelling.
Your goal is to steer it towards you instead of Jasper.
Yeah.
So roll
Jasper, stop yelling.
manipulate someone. You're manipulating the monster.
Okay, so I also have it where when I manipulate someone, I can roll tough instead of charm.
Awesome.
Because she's so tough. Wait, you could use a luck point. I keep forgetting about luck points.
I rolled a 6.
All right, on a 6, so you get to mark more experience.
A win.
Oh, this is interesting.
Secret win.
You offend or anger the target,
Oh,
which
perfect.
technically still works.
Awesome.
Nice.
So it's crawling along the ground. The water bottle lands in front of it, and it like just kind of leaks onto it a bit, and it like sizzles at it a bit, and it recoils, and it ignores Jasper, but it gets back up. It's much smaller now. It's about the size of like a little bit more than like 2 people put together.
Like a cow.
Yeah, it's like the size of a cow,
Like
and
an
it
inflatable
starts,
cow?
an inflatable cow. And it starts hurtling towards you, and it's gaining on you fast.
Oh,
it seems
gosh.
even faster now.
What?
I pull out my magnum.
Side.
Magnum. It's a full size, not a replica.
Okay.
The monster leaps into the air.
And I just and I take a shot at it.
I'm gonna have you roll. How much health do you have?
1.
All right. I'm gonna have you roll
my
kick
God.
some ass.
And I scream. 7.
On kick some ass. You inflict harm on each other.
I
Oh.
want to go in with protect someone.
Okay.
Truman!
I'm like, no! And I twist him literally so our seats. He shoots, but then I switch our positions on the actual.
On the
Yeah.
cool.
All right.
I'm good on a snowmobile.
Nice.
I'm Canadian.
So you protect someone, and you have your special ability, right?
I do.
When you protect somebody, you automatically
Auto
succeed.
10, but I can't suffer
Awesome.
little harm.
So you can't take the suffer little harm because of your ability. You can say all impending danger is now focused on you. You inflict harm on the enemy, or you hold back the enemy.
Essentially, what I'm thinking is he gets me, but I almost want to kick my feet out and push him off.
So,
So,
you hold the
him
enemy back.
Yeah.
Okay, so all impending. Now you get to deliver the harm. How much harm does your magnum do?
3 harm.
So as you shoot
Yeah.
it actually explodes into a bunch
And it is close range. It's
of
like
meat. Yeah, and the last remaining corpse of a human that was in the middle of it, makes contact with your foot as you kick it away, and it just rolls into the snow, and then you guys veer off towards
Did I get any harm?
cabin. No, because he murdered it.
Sweet. All right.
And do we pick up
Amazing.
Jasper on the way?
Once you guys arrive at a small log cabin, and as you arrive, Jasper comes running out of the woods with his
guys.
shotgun.
I made it.
Took you long enough.
Yeah.
I'm dying on the back of a snowmobile.
I take my camera out of my bag and say, well, I should probably start filming this.
Oh my God! Again.
No, you missed all of that.
Gotta film all this.
I'm ready.
Oh my God.
Where's the action?
Anthony reaches down and picks Steve up. And he's like, I have medical supplies inside, but there's a slight problem. But if you all come inside, we'll talk. And he kicks open the door and he carries Steve in.
I go to
That's
Jasper.
so
I'm like,
sweet.
he has a beard and plaid shirt. He knows how to ride a snowmobile. He's medically trained. Wow.
The only problem here is he's hopefully a bachelor.
We shall see.
We don't meet Mrs. Anthony.
Yeah.
As you guys come into the log cabin, it's a small little kind of getaway cabin in the middle of the woods. There's not a lot of rooms. There's a common area that has a kitchen. It's kind of a kitchen and living room. All the utensils here are pretty rough. It's a small stove that looks like it's been there for years. It actually looks like it's a gas stove. And you see there's not really many electronics around. There's a nice fireplace and a couch and a few chairs. There's some, there's a deer hanging on the wall. There's a wolf head on the wall. And
But a full deer.
full deer.
Body.
No, just a deer head.
Okay.
And there is in the corner a ham radio and a bunch of equipment that looks like it was monitoring some sort of frequencies or waves. There's a lot of equipment that you don't quite recognize here in the area. There's a bedroom, a washroom, and you see a door that looks like it leads to a basement that currently has a piece of wood across it that's been hammered in. And as he comes in, he closes the door, locks it, and sets Steve down on the couch and starts looking out the windows cautiously.
He owns property. I want to. What are you doing here? What? How do you?
And more importantly, are you renting?
So,
Your wingman.
This cabin's actually here. I'm part of a
For sure. Right
I'm part of a research team. Me and my team came up here. We've been here for the past 6 months. All the equipment that you see over there, that's we're monitoring seismic activity in the area because there's been some really strange things happening around here. And yeah, I've been here 6 months. I was supposed to be going home soon, but communication has been knocked out. You guys were in that plane?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were in that friggin' plane.
Well, we were.
Yeah. There was also way more people, but they...
You saw what happened.
Yeah, they turned into that thing.
Yeah, so that's going to be a problem based on my calculations here.
Does math?
The seismic activity that I've been reading. Now, I'm not the primary geologist on this expedition. I'm kind of just learning. I'm more here as just like protection. I am studied.
That makes sense. You are
But-
studied?
I've studied geology. But my two comrades, we went out the other night because there were strange noises in the woods, and we were attacked by wolves immediately following some strange seismic activity that we've been monitoring. And the wolves weren't normal. They looked, well, something like what we just fought there. They looked more
Yeah. I was going
dead?
to say, you seem very comfortable back there saving our butts. As if that was not your first rodeo.
Yeah, so we had an issue a few days ago. I've lost my teammates. I made it back here. One of the wolves attacked me in the home, and he points over, and one of the windows is shattered.
Oh, no.
And he points to the door that has the piece of wood across it, and he's like,
Is it down there?
I threw it down there.
Oh, boy.
And I hammered the door closed. Now here's the trick. The next day, this was 3 days ago. The next day, I heard nothing. So I risked opening the door, and it was just a dead wolf. But I have a theory that I'm working on. Tonight, every 3 days for the past few months, there's been a surge of seismic activity. And everything that was dead seems to be coming back.
Ooh.
Now, you guys know about the facility nearby? The research facility?
We were on
Yeah.
our way
Yeah.
to... How much can we reveal?
Maybe.
Look, yeah, what's it to you,
Maybe we do know
Anthony?
about
So-
it. Maybe not.
Fair enough. There's a research facility nearby. They do scientific experiments. We were kind of working as like a branch of them, but we thought that they were just doing geological research in the area. But this seismic activity seems to be coming from deep underground, centered in and around that facility. Now, I don't know what they're doing, but I did have access to the facility a while ago, back when I first arrived here. And I managed to take a few photos of some strange notes and documents that I found there. I've managed to copy down the schematics of the facility.
Good job.
Yeah, because I got a weird vibe from there. There were areas that I wasn't allowed into. There were whispers and secrets of things that just sounded very bizarre to me, but I'm starting to put it together, and if my theory's correct, there's going to be another seismic activity tonight.
Did you keep the access card to get into the building?
Yes.
Good on ya, Anthony.
But here's the problem.
Okay.
That thing that was just attacking us, it just left a pile of corpses leading all the way up to this cabin. And
Good point.
if I'm not mistaken, we have about an hour to prep this place. Now, that's not even the worst of our problems. And by prep this place, I mean, unless you guys have a better idea, but all my research is here, all my stuff is here. If we can at least survive tonight, tomorrow morning, I can lend you guys some snowmobiles, and I have a really big favor to ask.
What is it?
I've lost communication with the rest of the research teams. I've lost communication with the facility. I can't even call out for backup. I can't call anybody to come get us because the radio tower, just a few miles out from here, part of the plane broke off, a big part. And it impacted with the radio tower and it damaged the satellite dish. The dish needs to be reset. The tower needs to be turned back on, and then we can have communication open again.
Yeah.
How far away is this facility?
It's about 15 minutes on snowmobile.
That's not so bad.
Are we going to be able to survive here, Anthony, with all this new monster? Well, if it gains back its old power,
Yeah, if they morph together.
or what about the people? Have you seen your comrades come?
Not yet, because that was just 3 days ago that I lost them. So they could be coming back tonight.
Have you seen other people come back? Do people do it?
So
Are they
3 nights before the
zombies?
wolf attack, we thought we saw somebody in the woods. And when we approached them, they kind of ran off, but they looked strange, deranged, and they weren't wearing much clothes, and it didn't make any sense for them to be out in the woods in the middle of the snow. So I'm starting to put this theory together, mixed with some of the things that I saw at that facility. I think we might be dealing with something, but I'm gonna need to go over some of the notes, and once we open up that communication tower again, I can give you guys some walkie-talkies, and I can maybe walk you through getting into that facility. And
Well,
we are YouTubers,
Yeah.
so
Oh!
we're probably the most trained for this type of exposition.
I haven't had access to the internet much out here. What's your YouTube channel?
Oh, we're pretty popular.
Plet.
Yeah. Plet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What? Never heard of
PLE
you.
double
Yeah.
T. Well,
We're probably one of the
we-
first hits.
Yeah, we definitely mostly blog right now because somebody
what's your channel
isn't
about?
getting the best footage.
What? Don't blame me.
No, it's
We're
totally
the Pure Logic Ectoplasmic Truth Team.
What does that mean?
We uncover the truth of ectoplasmic
Logic.
logical events.
not. Yeah, we're ghost hunters, bro.
Oh,
There you go.
oh, maybe you were sent here.
By the universe.
Well, I was thinking more
I
by.
think you're right.
I mean, were you sent by the universe?
More accurately, the FBI.
Yeah.
That makes more sense.
Yeah.
Oh,
and we're you
That
can't
too.
tell anyone, Anthony, and I'm only going to tell you this because
Who am I going to tell?
I don't know us again.
I just. I need.
You might repeat it back.
I need that tower back online so that I can radio for somebody to come get me out of here.
I think we can help, but
We can help with the tower.
can you like?
Heal us. Give us some first aid. We can help.
Is
I
this like-
can.
I see a sling or something, or maybe a cast.
All my supplies are in the basement.
Awesome.
Oh, okay.
It's not nighttime yet.
So
That's
Let's
right.
go get it right now.
While you guys go grab the first aid, I'm gonna get some books.
Yeah, while you guys do that.
Stop looking for clues that he's single, and please can help us get the first aid.
You'll get bring the first aid kits up, and I'm gonna investigate. I'm actually gonna grab a book, maybe out of one of the bags, because I want to investigate a mystery. I want to look up like the symptoms of like live things coming back from the dead.
All right.
I think I have a book of the undead in there.
So I rolled an 8. This gives me one question.
Yeah, so you can learn one
Nice.
thing.
What can hurt it?
Well, these things can get hurt by pretty much anything.
Okay.
I'm gonna roll. Is that done with your turn?
Yeah.
I'm gonna roll connect the dots.
Okay.
Okay, so that's an 8. No, this is sharp, which is 2. I got a 10. So I get 3 questions.
Okay. Do you want to ask them right now?
I'm gonna ask one right now, and that is about Anthony. And I'm gonna ask: is this person connected to current events more than they are saying?
Yes.
You'd be lying. lying. You be lying.
This summer gun. Okay.
Guess we can't honeymoon in Hawaii.
Well, you don't know. Maybe they're all good connections.
Any other questions? Do you want to ask Anthony anything?
Anthony,
As he's prying the wood off of the basement door.
I pull out my Magnum and I'm just waiting for the door to open because I'm not threatening Anthony. I'm just like more like readying myself because when you tell me there's undead wolves in the basement, I mean, like, I don't know what if it's daylight savings time and he's actually an hour off? Like, I'm ready. Good call.
Do you tell us about what you know?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna say huddle up. This
Anthony
guy,
comes into the huddle. Yeah, what's up?
Anthony, can you make some tea?
You.
Real quick.
I thought I was open.
Open
Just
the
real
thing.
quick, just make
get
sure-
it
Or just
ready.
finish the door. We have to
or
have
just
we have
pry
to
open the door.
All right.
We're just
a
checking
little,
What's
our.
up?
You know, just hey guys, over here, just real quick.
Yeah.
I can't
guy.
really hear you.
That's okay. This guy is way more into. Sorry, microphone. This guy is way more connected to these current events than he's letting on. I can feel it.
You hear a loud crack as he takes the piece of wood off the door.
I
Oh,
wanna
terrific! Thanks, buddy.
Read a bad situation.
Okay.
Nope. No, I don't notice anything. I am lulled into a false sense of security by attractiveness to Anthony.
You read the situation. Everything's fine.
I don't know.
Especially his dreamy blue eyes.
Oh.
Nice.
Yeah.
I kind of trust him now too.
Yeah, I trust him.
Okay.
And he looks at
I'm
you,
pointing
Steve.
a gun in his general
And he's
direction.
like, "Are you okay with which one's your bat? Okay, your bat arm's the other one. Are you? You are the least likely person of this
You've
group.
chosen to open a door before fixing me, so here we go.
I need to open the door to fix you.
Well, that's a
Okay.
catch-22.
Steve.
3,
I think I can aim.
2,
I'll just
I got my
one.
shotgun ready.
He opens the door.
I take
there's-
one warning shot into the into the
Whoa.
darkness.
You hear it hit something, and suddenly there's like a psh, and he's just like,
Oh no!
"What did you do?"
Oh no! Okay.
Sorry, my friends
Um,
are paranoid.
I also
kinda
discharged a weapon.
We kind of just were chased by a corpsey kind of monster, so we're kind of on edge.
It's
apologize.
it's a dark basement. There's stairs going down.
I'm gonna take out my Watchman's flashlight.
Okay.
Does Anthony have any duct tape?
Yeah, it's in the basement.
Okay. I'm just gonna, shotgun. I know this is not how you're supposed to hold your shotgun. And flashlight on my way down.
Okay.
No. I'm gonna flashlight up here, shotgun, holding it. Yeah, I'm gonna go like this. I'm gonna hold the barrel of the gun in front of my nose. And then but no, I basically just light up the
just hold
basement
the
with my
flashlight?
flashlight.
All right.
Do you want to?
I can hold the flashlight.
You got it. I'll
I
cover
don't
you.
have a weapon out. I'm like, what? Okay, guys.
I'm gonna go first though.
As you shine the flashlight down and Jasper takes his first few steps, you notice that Steve shot the hot water.
Oh
Steve!
no, RT.
So there's water leaking out.
Oh,
Oh,
I
no.
go over with my backpack and I start to fill it up. As
Oh,
it's
good
leaking.
call.
Oh.
Yeah.
And he's like, "What did you hit?"
Oh, I have
Nothing.
It's fine. I have. I'm pretty sure I have that quick seal tape
Yeah.
in my bag.
I was gonna say,
Don't
where's
fill it
that
up
duct
yet.
tape
I need
again?
the water.
I get a 7.
Meaning,
I don't think I have it. No, I have it, but I can't find it.
Well, you said there was duct tape down here, so
yeah, there
You
is.
have it, but not here. It will take some time to get it.
It's in the car.
shoot.
That's gonna take a long time.
Yeah, I'm definitely filling out my backpack with the water spewing out of the hot water tank.
Okay.
Fill up the flamethrower thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Yeah.
Oh, the backpack. That backpack.
As you get to the bottom of the stairs, you do notice what looks like a wolf, but it has no fur whatsoever. It's all just meat, and its teeth look elongated and bony. Its eyes are red, and it's laying there motionless in the middle of the floor. On the other side of it, you see on a shelf there's some duct tape. You also see a large bag labeled first aid. And you see along the wall a series of weapons, bear traps. There's a few guns here, and there are also some supplies to do science supplies.
All right.
There's like a little lab down here as well.
Is there like a ping pong table or like just like loose boards or anything like that? You know, as there usually is in my basement. You know, like a plank of dry wood or something.
Yeah, there's some planks of wood.
Okay, nice. I'm going to take those. Are they on our side?
There's the dog in between you and pretty much everything.
That's not what I wanted.
Tape up the dog.
Yeah, I'm going to duct tape. Oh, it's on the other side.
I feel like we should get this dog out of here.
Yeah,
Like,
let's
if it's gonna come alive.
just jump over it, grab the duct tape, tape its like snout closed, tape its legs together, and we'll just huck it into the snow.
Okay.
Do you want me to jump over?
I actually
think-
really nice. I love dogs,
No,
but not
I got more
undead
health
dogs.
than
They don't
you.
count. They're like fey creatures.
Yeah, but I also have armor. I also have armor.
I'll try
Truman,
it.
can you handle
I'll try
this?
it. What's
Or-
your?
I mean, I can, but I think
I'm really determined.
Jasper just really wants to do
No,
it.
no, no, no,
I'll
no.
give him a go.
I know you're more qualified, but I got this.
my gun lazily aimed at the dog's head.
I get the camera out.
Wait,
film
now
this.
you take out the camera? Okay, I'm going to, with my shotgun in front of me, always aimed at the wolf, I'm going to teeter around, like, my back against the wall as much as possible to get around the wolf, and if it moves a fraction of a little bit, I'm going to shoot it right in
Same.
the face.
Right, you all have your weapons or camera pointed at the wolf
Yeah.
as you slowly skirt around it. And you hear Anthony from the top of the stairs, and he's like, I said we had an hour. Can you guys just grab the stuff?
We're on it! Anthony, keeping his stuff in the basement.
And you hear upstairs the sliding of wood on wood, and it sounds like furniture's being moved around.
Oh, this guy's doing something.
He's redecorating
Not
now at this hour.
Yeah.
Giving us
Priorities.
At this time of year? No.
Is my backpack full up?
Yeah, and there's still water leaking out of the...
I'm fine with it. I closed it.
Do we get the stuff?
Yeah, you get over to the stuff.
Awesome. I'm gonna take duct tape. I'm gonna throw the health kit to Steve.
It hits me in the chest because I can't hold
I know he
anything.
doesn't have any.
It
I go
hits
up
you in the
and I-
chest, and it lands on top of the wolf.
I go grab it.
Oh,
The wolf's leg twitches as the bag lands
oh
on it.
God.
I go grab the bag off the wolf,
Okay.
sling it on my shoulder, and I go, guys, we gotta toss this wolf outside, or else it's gonna eat us from the basement.
I can't
True.
do anything, so I just walk upstairs.
What
I put
other
my gun
weapons
over.
are there?
There are a few handguns, a few rifles, like hunting rifles. There's a shotgun.
I take it all.
Okay.
I'm gonna take all of it.
All right.
Is there a bag to put it in?
Yeah, you find a duffel bag.
Awesome. And bullets?
Yep.
Put it all in there. And now, just for like a joke, I'm going to like pull out the biggest guns and then like kind of rip off a piece of my shirt and then put it as like a bandana, and then just like come up the stairs and be like, just kidding, guys, just to lighten the mood a little bit. Can I do that?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Anthony looks at you, shocked and horrified.
Gotcha, Anthony.
These are the people I work with.
What is wrong with you?
Can someone help me with
What's
my
wrong
arm?
with me?
There's
Oh, yeah.
there's dead people everywhere. We just watched a poor lady die, and you're out here just
We don't know she's
pretending
dead.
to be Rambo?
It was
Sorry,
a
should
thump.
I have been helping you move furniture?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, you moved in front of the window. That
Yeah,
was
what did he
I'm
do?
moving he moved like a
That was a good
bookcase in
idea.
front of a window. He's started moving the couch over to another window, and he's piling it all up, and he's just trying to block all the exits and entrances.
Before we do that, Anthony, can you help me drag this furred wolf outside? Please and thank you.
Yeah, okay. It's probably better than in my basement.
good call.
He grabs its back legs.
Are there gloves somewhere?
After he's grabbed it, he looks down. He's like, "Oh yeah, it's probably good."
I put on gloves because I'm like, yeah, I'm not getting that all over my hands. I take it. He's got the back paws.
Yeah.
I take the front paws.
As you lift it up, the head kind of moves a bit, and then slumps over.
I continue to move it. Yeah. We're gonna toss this thing outside.
Yeah, go for it.
There's a front door. There's a back door out by where the kitchen is. So there's like a front entrance. You have the kitchen, the living room. There's a hallway to the bedrooms, and there's like a back door over here, or like a side door. Where do you want to throw it?
Whatever the closest door is.
Would be the side door, because the
Side door.
across from that door is the door that goes downstairs to the basement.
Okay, side door it is.
All right, and you toss it out, and then he slams the door shut. And he grabs one of the planks of wood and he starts hammering it. And he hands you all hammer and nails and he's like, I think that I can help you guys out. I need some time. I need you to buy me time. If my calculations are correct, we're going to have an issue tonight. But I can make us a few more of... Not exactly the same. They're going to be kind of homemade, but that mine that you had, I can make us a few more of those.
Yes, please.
I'm just going to need some hours. Now that the basement's cleared out, I can use the lab. I can build us a few more mines. If what I think is going on is true, even before the issues with the undead, just as they were starting, just as I started to notice weird things happening, the facility went dark, lost communication with anybody there.
Before the plane crash.
Before the plane crash. And that concerns me. My theory, which I'm willing to bet on, is that whatever they were working on in there has gone out of hand. And now they've lost control of it. And as far as I know, there might not be anybody left there but corpses. Problem is, the research they were doing means that the place might be full of these things.
The last event that happened, the one that's going to happen in roughly an hour, how long did it last?
Just like 3 or 4 hours. But the time before that, it seemed less. It seems to be getting more and more powerful.
And then at the end of the event, did you notice that? When did you notice the dog become docile?
Must have been...
Use your math.
I mean,
He knows math.
He knows math.
It must have been, I think, about, like I said, 4 hours, and then the barking stopped. But I didn't go down there for another 2 or 3 hours, because, I mean...
Yeah, sometimes dogs just stop barking.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe you're just tired.
So I was a little worried. But after a while, I opened the door, and he was still down there, but I locked him in to test my theory. Now I guess we're going to have to test the theory with all of the corpses outside.
I'm going to just duct tape the water heater real quick.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
You shot my water heater.
I did not shoot
Oh,
it.
Steve.
Yep.
But now we have water.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I mean, we had water before. You could have used
You're
the tap.
welcome.
Yeah, wait, that wasn't going fast enough for our liking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I read a bad situation?
Yeah, sure.
9.
So you get to ask me one of read a bad situation.
Okay. Are there any dangers we haven't noticed?
Yes. As you guys have been busy blocking up all the entrances, pushing things in front of the doors, nobody has paid any attention to the bathroom. And it's at this moment that you hear a clock chime.
Yeah, so no one's taped me up yet, right? We're totally just ignored. I've only.
Did we not?
I've only asked a few.
Okay.
Can you just hold my arm?
The hot water heater kind of took priority. But
Can we
yeah,
do first aid before?
I will
As
fix
the
that.
clock chimes,
Sorry,
he
go.
Anthony looks up at the clock and he's like, "It's not going to be long now. We only have a few moments." And he runs over to you and he takes your arm,
Do it.
and he's like, "Does it hurt when I do this?"
It already hurts.
Okay.
Just do it.
Okay, are you ready?
Nope.
3,
Can't.
and then I pull. He pulls the arm, and it snaps into place. And a bit of blood like spurts out, and he starts grabbing some like gauze and
did you get
wraps,
that?
and he's wrapping you up.
Do it again
No,
for the video.
I've just snapped your bone back into place.
For the likes.
And he does start to tend to all of you. You all can heal 4 harm.
What?
Is it better?
You know that doesn't do anything.
Okay, fine, whatever. I get kind of sulky about it.
Are you how what are you like 10? Wait, do 10-year-olds still get their
20 something.
Okay, then you should be over getting people to kiss your wounds better. Just saying.
I'm starting to lose my crush on you,
Whoa.
guy. Tell you that much.
Hope he dies so then we
He's a
can
very
shoot him.
matter-of-fact person.
I can tell. You know what?
Classic geologists.
Watch
Every
you.
geologist I've ever met has been.
Don't underestimate
like that.
the power of smooches.
Okay.
Kind of shoots you this like weird look, like
Should we do the bathroom thing now? I thought I heard something from the bathroom before I screamed after you pulled my arm.
oh, the bathroom.
I pull out my giant sword.
Whoa.
I'm feeling good now.
I have my assault rifle.
I got my shoddy.
He also does make you some tea.
Oh, nice.
Thank
you.
Oh,
and
so
he's
nice.
like,
with what hot water?
I mean,
There's still a
I
little
took some
left.
from the tank before you patched it up.
Yeah.
The tea actually gives you all 1 more luck point.
What's in the world? I'm starting to like this guy. Again.
Listen.
Real flip floppy,
He's
but
mine.
Oh, wait a tick.
hey,
And-
this is for Anthony to decide.
And that's when you hear a sound. Sounds like growling. And in the distance you hear a howl. And
Is
you
it
hear,
Edna?
And then you hear shuffling.
Edna?
You hear just some
I'm not dead.
you hear some wind through the trees. But then you think you hear crunching snow. And there's still that bathroom.
It's not boarded up.
Nobody's boarded it up.
I gotta take a leak. If you guys will excuse me. Was that rude? I'm sorry. I should just. This is the bathroom, right, Anthony?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna just go inside and have myself a pee.
I want to read the bad situation.
Okay.
I get an
Hey,
11.
Nice.
You can ask 3 of the questions.
Oh.
And they're all going. Jasper has now gone into the bathroom and closing the door as you're looking around reading the situation.
If I.
Or do you pee with the door open?
Well, I just think that if I was like going towards the bathroom and Joe was like, which is probably his reading a bad situation look, I'd be like, you probably have to use it first with that face.
You're already doing your action. You're going to the
Okay,
bathroom.
I
You're
can't go
heading
back.
into the
Totally.
bathroom.
Okay.
And Steve is reading a bad situation.
What's my best way out of the cabin?
I mean, right now, the bathroom window.
Oh, God.
Ask me another question.
What's the best way to protect the victims?
Boarding up the bathroom window.
Okay.
And what's most vulnerable to me?
What is most vulnerable to you?
I'm wondering how to.
Is that like
What? Yeah. Like, what's my biggest vulnerability right now?
what are you?
I guess I don't know how to. Yeah. It just says what's most vulnerable to me. I don't know how you want to interpret that.
Well, let me ask you. Are you asking like what could hurt you, or what could you hurt? Or like what is most likely to be hurt?
Are there any dangers we haven't noticed?
Jasper being alone in the bathroom with an unboarded window.
I'm going to be like, hey, let's sword fight, and I just burst through the door.
with a sword.
Yeah.
As you burst through the door, there is a shattering of glass as the wolf pounces through the bathroom window.
Stab it.
What do you do, Jasper and Steve?
Because I always pee with my shotgun.
Makes him feel real strong.
Actually, do I still have my joke guns? I don't know if I took it out.
Where did you put all your guns? You probably aren't carrying them all with you.
Probably. I need at least one hand free.
What do you have in your hand?
Honestly, I'd probably have my shotgun with me.
Okay.
Because I'm still...
You're probably playing Candy Crush while you're on.
Oh, I have a phone. Oh, I could use this. Yeah, I'm going to have shotgun. I'm going to say my pants aren't undone yet.
Okay.
Okay. And I'm gonna shoot the wolf that's going through the window.
It shatters through the glass right beside you. And so you're gonna make a kick some ass roll because it is right at you. Steve, what are you doing?
I burst into the room hoping to catch a little peekaboo, but I see a wolf jumping through, and I hate dogs, so I swing at it with my...
I'm gonna have you roll to help out because you're helping Jasper with... Or protect someone, whichever one you want.
I get a 2.
Were you protecting him or helping him?
I was helping him. So I swing my sword wildly when I come into the room. I go, sword fight!
Well, let's just see here
Oh,
with
God.
the help out action on a 2.
Full health.
You know what? No. Nuts to that. Yeah, no, that's what I do. I can't. I don't think I can do anything else.
Let's see. On a miss, you expose yourself to trouble or danger without helping. So you go into swing. What did you get on your kick some ass?
I got an 8.
Ooh.
Kick some ass.
So you guys are going to inflict harm on each other. And you're going to take some of the harm as well.
Oh,
So-
no.
You guys each take 2 harm.
2 harm?
As the glass
Calamities.
shatters inwards and the dog leaps at you, biting Jasper in the face.
Phew. I'll take that. I was thinking.
And you, how much damage? You fire off your shotgun at it as well.
Yeah.
How much damage does your shotgun do?
3. And it's close, messy, and loud.
So there is an explosion of gore as the dog just explodes from the wound. And bones and guts and dog.
Do I get hit by like bones and that's like
Yeah.
shrapnel?
Yeah, you get hit with a bunch of bones and glass. And the bathroom looks horrifying now. It is covered in blood. And as you guys stand back up, you with like teeth marks on either side of your face now,
Cool.
pouring blood out of them, you stand back up and look out the bathroom window, and you see a bunch of figures just standing at the tree line.
We're gonna need some more boards in here.
I rush in with boards and nails, and I say, "Guys, what kind of sword fight did you have?"
Yeah.
An
Not the
accident.
metaphorical kind.
There was an accident. in the
Listen, you
bathroom.
need to watch what you eat, okay?
Accident.
Whoa.
It was that airplane food. I can't help it.
And I go to like start to board up the window, and I notice the people at the tree line. And I'm like,
You hear Anthony out in the other room, and he yells,
"Sugar."
Guys, there's an issue.
Can we just finish boarding up the bathroom window first?
Yeah.
Well,
Like, I'm gonna help
for the,
too, make
for
it
the,
quick as possible.
Is there a tub in the?
Yeah,
Is it one of those like built in or one of those standing tubs?
it's built in.
So modern.
Would you rather it be standing?
No,
Like
it's
a clawfoot tub.
It's
I'm
not
trying to
that
look for
fancy.
something to like push up against the window in the bathroom. We could also just like,
Break the toilet.
the toilet out?
we could also just like leave the. We don't need to use the bathroom anymore. Could we just like board up the door
Yeah,
to the bathroom?
I guess.
I mean, do we board up the window?
You board up the window.
Okay.
do you need to board up the door? We can lock
Anthony.
the door.
Anthony comes rushing over to the
Where's
bathroom.
your CLR? Your bathroom's pretty gross right now.
He looks at the bathroom and he's like, I heard a crash. Did something get in?
The wolf.
parts of something got in.
He looks around and he's like, wow, good job.
But what were you yelling
Thank you.
about?
There's a bunch of people standing around the cabin.
Like how many?
I don't know. Any window that I kind of peer out, there seems to be some more there.
I'm starting to think he doesn't know math.
Yeah.
I'm starting to think he's...
Do you want to give it a try, Steve? Do you want to try counting?
No. I just want to make my comments.
Okay, cool.
I want to roll to investigate a mystery.
Okay.
Whoa.
10. So I hold 2.
Yeah.
Okay. What was it going to do?
The monsters?
Yeah.
Currently, they're after you.
Us. Not our other guy.
They're after any living creatures. They want to expand.
Okay. What can... Oh, no. What sort of creature is it?
It's something that resembles what you've heard of as zombies.
Resembles zombies?
The thing is, in the lore of our world, they look kind of like they're being held together by this like black ethereal form that's holding the body up.
Like a fungus?
More like a spirit or ghost is inhabiting the rotting corpse.
Can I ask my second connect the dots question?
Well, she still gets one more as well, and then
no,
yes.
I asked
Okay.
Or no, you asked two.
I asked
Yes,
two.
then you may.
Okay. When and where will the next critical event occur?
It looks like as you're kind of as you're looking out the various windows, you see a few more dogs circling by a window just beside the front entrance, which is only it has a bookshelf kind of tilted up against it, but it's not very well secured, and you see a few of the figures start to move towards that window.
Quickly, to the bookcase window! That doesn't look very secured! I say.
And I start to take some wood and start hammering it on there.
Is there a fireplace in this cabin?
Absolutely.
I'm gonna go check out the fireplace.
Okay.
Chimney?
Yes.
How big is it? Could a person fit up there?
Yep.
This might be our way out. Things get nasty.
The fire is ablazing?
Currently, no, there's no fire that's been put on. It's quite cold in this cabin right now. Nobody's had really any
Wonder if
time.
they'll try to get in.
Anthony, let's put on the fire. I'm gonna start to make a fire.
All right, roll act under pressure as.
Make a
Hold on. You're moving. Are you moving towards
like
the window to secure it?
I am.
Okay.
I am also.
Okay. So you two are
I'll
moving
help
towards
you.
the window. Steve is putting on a fire. Anthony looks at you and he's like, "I need to get working on those mines. I'm going to try to make as many as I can, and then as soon as we have a way to get out, I'm going to get you guys out of here."
Is there windows downstairs?
No.
Okay, yeah. You
And
do
he
your thing,
runs
buddy.
into the basement, and you hear like science sounds.
Oh,
You hear
Science.
science.
Bubbling sounds.
Bubbling and like
I just imagine like the,
Bill,
the
Bill,
soldering
Bill,
iron.
Bill,
like,
Bill.
Yeah, science and welding and building and home. The common sounds of home bomb making.
Zap, zap, zap.
And
just a kid.
so you guys run to the window
Amazon Prime account.
as you're building the fire, and as you guys get to the window and lean up against the bookshelf, the glass smashes, and you see a pair of arms start reaching through, and they're going to try to grab you. What did you get on your...
A 7.
So,
7.
you can turn on the fire, but the fire's going to take you a little while to actually get started.
What do I need? Do I need a fuel source? Do I need something to start the fire? What am I missing?
Yeah, so you have the wood in the fire,
Yeah.
but it's not lighting.
Oh!
And you can hear Anthony in the basement, and you see a bottle of like lighter fluid just get tossed up, and it bounces off the wall and lands. And Anthony's like, "Use that!"
Oh, thanks,
That's
Anthony.
nice. Score.
Read my mind.
And it lands. It kind of bounces off the side door and lands on the floor. You guys, the window smashes, and these arms reach through, and Truman, one of them, grabs at you. What do you do?
I take my knife and I stab it.
Nice.
Roll kick some ass.
Kick some ass.
I'm gonna protect her.
All right, roll protect someone.
Okay.
How are you protecting her?
I
I
am
rolled a 4, by
going
the way.
to where she was stabbing, just a little bit closer to the elbow. I'm gonna take one of those handguns that I found downstairs and then shoot the same arm.
Okay.
Bam.
And I got a 10.
A 10?
Oh yeah!
Well then, so for protect somebody on a 10 plus, you get to choose an extra. You suffer little harm. All impending danger is now focused on you. You inflict harm on the enemy, or you hold the enemy back.
I mean, I inflict harm on the enemy.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
So what the handgun will say does...
It does 2 harm.
Okay, awesome. So you do 2 harm, and Truman, you're going to roll... What did you get for your kick some ass?
4.
You can mark down experience. You take 1 harm.
I have armor.
Her new ability, Invincible, means
Nice.
that she gets to reduce all harm by 2, meaning that zombie claws don't do a whole lot.
Wow, that's awesome.
What do you have? What are you wearing?
I feel like I took just like pieces of your car. So I have like red pieces. I'm like Iron Man.
Oh,
That's
cool.
sweet.
Like
But
a bracer?
It grabs you,
Yeah.
and it still has you,
Yeah.
and it pulls you forward, and you see a decaying face coming through the window, and it attempts to bite you.
I take my specialist weapon and I spray it.
Nice.
All right, roll kick some ass one more time.
9.
Nice.
All right. So you guys exchange harm on each other. So it bites into you, doing 3 harm.
Oh no.
It's only 1 harm.
And you do how much damage to it?
Is it a ghost? You said it has a ghostly aura, or no?
I'll allow it.
Okay, 4.
You see actually this black essence, this like corporeal form kind of drift out of it and scream as it drifts away, and the corpse just falls limp to the ground.
Oh, sweet. You know, snow is made of water. Why don't we just bless the ground, the snowy ground?
There are more arms breaking through this window. What do you guys
I
want
want to run
do?
over and grab the lighter fluid.
All right. As you run over and grab the lighter fluid, the window or the door, you start to hear creaking, and you can see the door starting to give.
The front door?
The side door that's right in front of you, and it starts to creak, and you can hear wood splintering.
And I have a lighter in my hand.
Yeah.
And I have the lighter fluid.
Wait,
and it's
you
one
have
of
a
those-
lighter in your hand?
I reach into my bag. I got an 8. It's somewhere. It's somewhere.
The lighter
Dang
is back by the fireplace.
I have the lighter fluid.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna give a big kick to the door to push it back.
You kick the door, it goes in, and then splinters even harder out, and it starts
Shit.
to crack and give out. What do you do?
Go for the lighter!
I run for the lighter.
All right, as you run for the lighter, you two, window is smashing. There's all of these hands starting to jut through.
Yeah, can we reinforce that window with the bookcase in front of it?
Yeah, you
like,
can- you
just
can-
board it down some
Get
more.
in front of it.
Yeah, I'm
Just
gonna.
put a couple nails in.
By the
it.
way, guys, the side door.
One of you is gonna roll act under pressure. The other one's gonna help out. I'll let you guys decide who's who.
Which
I'm bad for.
I'm 0
Yeah,
for cool.
I'm -1, so it doesn't really matter. It's they're both cool,
Trust-
All right,
Trust
I'll
your-
do act
trust
under
your gut.
pressure.
and I'll just help out.
Okay.
So do your help.
So that's a 6, which is not good.
We can use luck
So-
points, though. You can use luck points to make
Oh,
it 12s.
true.
Not that you have to.
I rolled 10 on act under pressure.
Okay. So your help out fails. So you go to push the bookshelf, and one of the hands actually grabs you and starts pulling at you, and it scrapes across your skin. And you take 1 harm for your horrible
Can
help.
I protect him?
This is just because of his help action failure. He gets scraped, but then you rolled 10 on Act Under Pressure, so you do what you set out to do. So you shove the bookcase more in towards the window, and it kind of jams on the hand that's grabbing Jasper. So you push it up against it, but there's still this hand grabbing Jasper, and you're like crushing it between the wall. Jasper, what do you do?
I'm going to take the gun that I have and then just put it at like the elbow and then just pull the trigger while simultaneously going, Kya!
So you blow the arm off, and the arm lands on the ground with a thud, and you guys push the bookshelf up against the window. Awesome. And now you can feel like some weight moving up against it, like it's da-da, da-da. And Steve, you dive and grab the lighter, and as you turn back around, the door collapses in, and there's about 3 of these corpses trying to push through the door.
The lighter fluid, is it in like a squeeze bottle?
Yes.
So I create a mini flamethrower, and I run at the door, and I just start squirting lighter fluid into flamethrower mode.
Act Under Pressure.
Nice.
At these monsters.
You're gonna create flaming zombies walking towards us.
More than
so
likely,
scared.
I'm
so
just gonna
scared.
create more havoc. 9.
Woo!
You know what? I'm gonna use a luck point. I'm gonna make it a 12. This is gonna be epic.
Nice.
Okay.
Do it.
I'm glad you did that.
Good use of luck point,
Yeah,
because that was
Kelly
about to turn
had,
into flaming zombies in the house. Now, okay, so you...
And I just want to start driving them back, like, and just creating like a flamethrower as I start to push them
They
back
start
towards-
wailing, and they like can't get through the door, and now they're on fire, and they kind of start tumbling over each other, and they all fall back out of the cabin. What do you do?
I drop the flamethrower, and I'm gonna grab the door and then just brace I'm gonna grab the door and push it back up and try to brace it and hold, and I'm gonna call out to my comrades. We need to help secure this door.
I don't know if securing this is gonna work. I think we need to get out of here.
That's also a plan.
You said that we could use the fireplace, right?
Probably.
Let's get on the roof and just blow these guys' heads off from the roof.
Anthony, do any of these people get on the roof? These zombies?
I don't think they're very good at climbing.
Perfect. I say, Jasper, you ready?
Let's do it.
3, 2, 1. Run towards the fireplace.
I'm gonna let go of the door and run with them.
While they're climbing up, I'm gonna get
books-
real Rambo.
The bookshelf falls forward as a pile of corpses start crawling through, and actually one of the wolves jumps through the
Oh,
window.
God.
The door caves back in, and the 3
no.
flaming zombies come in.
Oh, no.
And Anthony, you hear from the basement, it's just like, I just need like 5 more minutes, I'm almost done.
Oh, no.
We'll give you 2.
You have about negative 30 seconds, bud.
The wolf starts sniffing around, and it looks at the 3 of you. As you guys, so these guys are all, like, the corpses are still shambling in, so they're not quite in yet. You guys still have a few moments, but the wolf looks ready to pounce. And you guys are now at the fireplace. Mm-hmm. What are you guys gonna do?
I have a dog whistle. And I pull out a dog whistle.
Roll for it.
I'm gonna use a luck point. I pull out my dog whistle. I go.
The dog looks irritated. And
It's working! Keep going!
It freaks out a bit and jumps back out the window and runs away yelping.
Nice.
And I shove
Could not have gone
Jasper
any better.
towards the fireplace, and I'm like, get up there!
All right, I climb up.
And I get my assault rifle ready to like protect the opening of the fireplace.
Anthony kind of like pokes his head up, looking up the staircase, and just sees 3 flaming zombies coming into his house. And he's like, oh my God! Guys! I said to secure the place. What am I? And he like runs out, and he's like, I only have 2 made.
Toss him here.
We'll have to do.
Come with us.
He tosses them over to you, and he's like, "What's our escape plan?"
Escape.
What?
Yeah.
Go.
So I'm gonna take those 2 grenade things, and I still have like the satchel of weapons that I took from downstairs, and I pretty much take all that upstairs to the roof.
So I'm gonna make you. It's gonna be a tough climb up the chimney.
Yeah.
But as you're about to climb up, you see Anthony. He runs back into the basement. He grabs a bunch of supplies, throws them in a bag, runs back up, and he runs past the zombies coming through the front window to where all of his gear is that was doing the seismic activity, and he starts grabbing papers and shoving them in the bag, and he's like, "I need these. If we have any chance of stopping this thing, we need this information." But as he does that, one of the zombies grabs him.
No.
You're gonna roll act under pressure to get up the chimney.
I will protect him.
Ooh, I got a 8.
So you can make it up the chimney, but you kind of struggle on your way, so nobody else can climb up the chimney until you're through. You're like, there's like soot and stuff, there's like smoke coming out, and like Steve goes to try to get in, but it's like he can't do anything.
Probably
with that.
making it easier for the next couple people. I
Well,
bet.
hopefully. So that's your worst outcome is you're going to get up, but now Steve can't climb until after other things happen.
Okay.
So,
Oh, I want to jump in to help Anthony.
okay.
Yeah.
You jump in. What are you doing to help Anthony?
I'm going to protect someone.
Okay.
+10.
Oh, right.
Nice.
So you get to choose one of those options.
I want to, let me see. Hold the enemy back.
All right.
Very nice.
Good call.
So it does claw at Anthony, and you see it like scrape off like a chunk of his skin, and he grabs his arm and kind of screams as he pulls the bag back. And as it goes to bite him, you come in, and what do?
I take my assault rifle and I use the blunt end and I like smash the zombie in the face.
Nice.
Very good job.
I'll say that does 1 harm to it.
Nice.
Cool.
And you smash
Well
it, and
done.
it staggers back, and Anthony kind of clambers over, and he's like, "I don't know how I'm going to get up that. I don't know how any of us are going to get up this chimney, especially Steve with his newly repaired arm."
And that's why the front door is flaming zombies.
Side door is flaming zombies. Front window has a bunch of zombies coming through it. Front door's right here. Fireplace is here.
I want to use my panic option
Okay.
and try to get out the side door.
Roll your panic button.
Do it!
I get a 9, which is something's gonna get left behind, or something comes with me.
You burst through the front door.
Like I want to like weave as I want to like try to weave through them because I assume they're like, and like I'm like, oh, sir, pardon me. Just gonna squeeze them. Oh, you're on the door.
As you burst through the front door and one of the zombies lunges at you, you dodge out of the way. Your duffel bag gets stuck on the doorknob and pulls out of your grasp, and you fall to one side, the zombie in between you and the duffel bag's there hanging on the doorknob.
You need it.
I'm literally nothing without that bag.
I know.
Do I have anything on my weapons?
You have your weapons.
Okay, but the duffel bag is gone.
There's a zombie between you and it. It's not gone.
Okay.
It's just there. You can continue to escape, or you can go back for the duffel bag and
It's not
deal.
even a choice at this point. I'm going back to the duffel.
Truman,
Yep.
you and Anthony.
Yes.
What are you doing?
I say, Anthony, is there a ladder around here or something?
There's one outside in the shed.
Okay. What we're gonna do is you're gonna start to climb with your scratched arm, and I'm gonna help you. And I'm gonna help you with this underneath. So I'm gonna help push like your feet up
Okay.
and help anchor you because I have really strong legs that can hold myself up without my hands. You know, like swimming without your hands.
I'm gonna
I'm really good at
have
that.
you
Oh,
roll
nice.
because I don't make rolls as the keeper, so I'm gonna have you roll act under pressure to help Anthony.
6.
He's
Can I use a
pretty,
luck point?
Yeah, that's
nice.
what I'm talking
All
about.
right, he's a pretty hefty guy, so you struggle a bit, but then you prompt him up, and he's like, "Oh, I'm doing it.
Listen,
I've never climbed up a chimney before."
You could lose to.
not too
you
hard,
used
eh?
to lose a few pounds here, so just in situations where you have to run away from zombies again, you may want to consider this sort of feature.
It's my winter weight. It keeps me warm out here.
I can tell.
Yeah. Planning on staying out here
So
for
he gets up,
3 years.
and one of the zombies is now in the living room, and it stands up and it lunges at you.
Oh, I turn around and I spray it.
Kick some ass.
Kick some ass.
9.
Nice.
All right. You blast the zombie. It manages to get... I mean, you have your invincibility, so it scrapes you across the armor and does nothing. And then you shoot it with the water, and again, you see this ghostly form separate from it, and the body just falls limp to the ground. And Anthony kind of climbs out the chimney,
I help him out.
and you help him out, and he looks down at Steve, and he's like, "There's a ladder in the shed," and he points over to a shed, just like a little bit away. And that's Steve. What are you doing?
I run to the shed.
What about your bag?
I run to the shed.
Okay, you run to the
Is
shed.
there a ladder?
You open up the shed. There's a ladder that you can use.
I grab the ladder
Yeah.
and I'm gonna run and I just point it at the zombie.
Yes.
And I'm just gonna like jam the ladder into the zombie to try to get my bag back. Like I want to push it through the doorway.
I'm gonna say that this just works as planned because
Nice.
it's good thinking.
Yeah.
So you run at the zombie and you smash it with the ladder, doing 2 harm, and you knock it off of its feet, and it flies back a few feet into the rest of the zombies that are trying to clamber through the window, and it knocks a bunch of them over.
All right.
And they're all kind of clambering on the
It's like
ground.
bowling,
Ladder move
zombie
ever.
bowling.
Yeah.
And I slip my
Spare.
arm back in. I go, "Don't you ever leave me again."
To the duffel bag.
To the
Yeah.
duffel bag.
Truman.
All right, I put my assault rifle on my back or my bag, and I start to climb up the
The chimney.
That's it.
All right, give me an act under pressure.
Oh goodness, I'm gonna use a luck point.
All right.
Yeah.
You all make it onto the roof,
Okay.
and Anthony kind of moves over and he pulls the ladder up,
Nice.
and he turns to you and he hands each of you a walkie-talkie. And he's like, or a short range radio, something like that. And he's like, "These aren't going to work until we get the power back online on that tower." And he points, and from the roof, you can actually see sticking out from the tree line a radio tower not too far away. And he kind of brings you guys over to one side of the house, and he points down, and there are 3 snowmobiles.
Oof.
Because
Come on. That's great.
there were 3 of them. There was
Yeah.
him and his 2 comrades.
Working out perfectly.
And he's
Not for him, but
he looks at you and he's like, "I can survive up here, and once this is over, I'll go back down. I'll turn on my radio, and I can be in touch with you guys once you have that tower on." And he hands you, he reaches into his bag and he pulls out one of the pieces of paper, and he's like, "These are the instructions to get that tower back online." And he hands you the key card, and he's like, "This will get you access to the facility.
Perfect.
But I need that tower back online, and then I can walk you through what you need to do."
Memorize these. Use your psychic abilities. Just in
Awesome.
case.
One second.
And he's like,
Got it.
"Do you think you guys can make a break?
Okay.
Do you think you guys can make a break for
Maybe
those?
just hang on to it.
Yeah. You can just hang on.
Do you think you guys can make a break for those snowmobiles?"
Yeah.
They didn't call me Steve Miami Ashcroft for
Yeah.
nothing.
Why do they call you Steve Miami Ashcroft?
Look, Anthony.
Look at his
Bessie's
GED
gonna
shirt,
fly.
buddy.
Can I borrow that ladder?
Yeah,
Wait, is there like a snowbank that we can jump into?
yeah.
Okay, let's make this look cool.
I definitely
Okay.
like backflip off the,
Yeah.
I mean, it didn't have to be that cool. I was just thinking
Yeah.
like,
into the snow.
I'm gonna backflip while shooting all my guns.
I'm gonna do like a calm slide. Like I'm gonna slide edge closer to the edge, and then like kind
Put
of
your feet off.
and ease my way over.
Okay, you two get to make kicks or act under pressure rolls because you're backflipping off the roof. There is some realism in this game.
6. But I have armor.
You backflip and you land headfirst in the snowbank, and you take. Well, you have your armor.
Yeah, I'm wearing like a helmet.
I have to do.
I made my hat like.
Okay, but
Metal.
you are stuck in the snowbank. Jasper backflips shooting guns and lands on his feet softly in the snow. But then you hear all of the sound from like the creaking of the windows stop, and you see all of everything turn its attention to you, who just shot a bunch of guns into the air. And Steve lands.
And I'm gonna grab Truman and just and, like pull her out. Pull her out of the snowbank.
It looks cool though.
I mean,
Like
you've got like you're covered in snow.
A bunch of these corpses start to just move towards you. They're coming around the sides of the building, and they're coming towards you. What do you guys do?
Run!
Let's take off on these snowmobiles.
Let's get out of here.
You hop onto the snowmobiles and you take off. And as you do, you see the bodies kind of come together and start to form back.
Oh no!
And that is where we're going to take our break. And we are back. We have been fed and are all doing much better now after the horrible incidents that took place in that cabin. No.
Sorry, copyright. No copyright songs. I have to.
And so, let's head back into the
Snowmobile chase?
snowmobile chase. So when we last left our heroes, they had just escaped a cabin, leaving poor Anthony on a roof.
He wanted it that way.
Yeah.
And
We'll come back for you, my love.
he's given you
We have time.
he's given you some notes on how to get the radio tower back online. Looking over the notes, there
I gave
are
them to Jasper.
Memorized.
all right. So as you
I'm just kidding.
as you remember, as the notes fly out of your hand,
No, I got it.
the notes say that basically somebody will have to go into there's a little shed next to the tower that has a basement where somebody needs to restart a generator.
Easy.
Somebody will also have to climb the tower and reset the dish
Oh,
at the
we have
top.
to
As the
split.
one with the most broken arms, I nominate myself.
But
I like a challenge.
before we even get to the tower, you guys are racing through the woods towards the radio tower. And at first, you see the group of walking, shambling corpses that are starting to pile onto each other disappear into the background.
Oh,
But
phew.
that's
That was easy.
when you
Nice.
start to hear ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta.
Uh-oh.
And you look, and coming from the side of you is a pack of those wolves.
Oh, no. Still
What
Do I still have my dog whistle?
do you?
Why wouldn't he?
Why wouldn't you?
I went back into the duffel bag.
Oh, no, sorry.
yeah.
Rolling.
Good thing you store stuff properly.
Yeah, I have a very unique sorting system. I get a 13.
A 13?
Do you pull out like
It's
one?
actually around my neck.
Yeah, you were looking at the duffel bag. You're like, wait, it's in my mouth.
It's already in my mouth.
You like pull out like 3 of them. For each
Yeah.
of us.
Yeah, that'd be great.
So there. Are you blowing the whistle? All right. Three of the 6
I'm
dogs
breathing.
stop in their tracks, but 3 more keep running at you, and they're gaining on you.
Uh-oh.
The path before you is getting really twisty and windy, and there's a lot of trees in the way. So I'm gonna actually have all of you roll and act under pressure to navigate.
Score.
Can I? Okay. Nope. 3.
9.
Remember luck points. I got a 9 as well.
All right.
I've already used too many luck points.
Yeah, we got one more game.
I don't know.
So Truman almost impacts with a tree and swerves out of the way, and it slows her down a bit, causing the wolves to come close range to her.
Uh-oh.
Here's both of your hard choice. You can make it and keep going, and Truman's gonna fall behind. and she'll have to figure out how to get away from the dogs. Or you can slow down and help her out, and the dogs will be on all three of you, but now Truman won't take all of the attacks.
Keep going!
Do you yell that?
Yeah.
I punch it. Truman's so strong.
She knows best.
She has car armor.
So you guys make it, and you take off into the woods. Truman, all three dogs leap at you.
I'm still on this, right?
Yeah, you're still on it. It just kind of like you almost crashed. And you went shh, and then like the dogs were like running, and so as you slid, they like caught up.
Okay.
As the other two were just like, "Vroom," and you're just now.
She's
trying
still
to,
in
So-
range. I can still see her though, right?
You see her drifting away behind you as three wolves leap up.
So what I was thinking of doing is actually turning my snowmobile around and going towards the dogs.
Ooh. Didn't expect that, did you, dogs?
that dogs.
And I'm like, bring it on! And I take out my assault rifle on the top.
So you
is awesome.
start going towards the dogs, firing your assault rifle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll let you get one shot in before the attack happens, since you caught them off guard. So how much
Alright.
damage does your gun do?
3.
You kill one of the three dogs. The other two leap at you, and I'm gonna have you roll kick some ass.
I'm gonna use the luck point.
Yeah.
How many luck points do you have left?
2.
It's
All
okay,
right.
so do I.
That's gotta last you next episode as well.
That's it for me, guys.
All right, so you use a luck point, so you get a 10 plus, right?
Yeah.
So you get to choose one of the advantages. You gain the advantage, take +1 forward, or give +1 forward to another hunter. You inflict terrible harm, so you do 1 more harm. You suffer less harm, so -1 harm, or you force them where you want them.
I want to force them where I want them.
Where do you want them?
Totally.
Under your snowmobile.
Actually, I want to like use the snowmobile and I push them towards a tree.
Okay, so you guys will do harm to each other. So you do 3, you said?
Yeah.
So one more of the dogs gets shot down by Truman. The other one bites you in the shoulder, doing 3 harm.
So 1 harm.
So 1 harm. And you smash it into a tree.
Nice.
Roll act under pressure. We're going to see how your snowmobile does.
5.
Your snowmobile stalls and stops.
I
Boy.
want to 180 it. And
Yeah.
I'm gonna swing around and try to go back for Truman. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna take like the first right that I can and try to go through the woods, and then I'm gonna circle back to try to.
As you're
Get it.
circling back, the wolves that you scared off with your whistle, one of them comes bounding out of the woods and leaps into the air. What do you do?
I want to do like one of those cool like from a Western movie where I go down on one side, the opposite side of my snowmobile to try to see if it just jumps right over and misses me. So I'm just gonna hang on the side.
Act
like,
under pressure.
Nice.
I get a 12.
Yeah.
The dog leaps and you go completely sideways, like onto the side of your snowmobile as the dog leaps over you.
So I'm
And
like
there's
barely
this,
hanging on to the
Yeah,
thing, and
there's
I'm
this,
totally off basically the snowmobile.
There's this slow motion moment where you look up and the dog looks down at you, and you just make eye contact, and the dog's like, "What?"
And its nipples graze my my head.
Why? Why can't I make this serious?
This must be super scary.
Yeah.
That was scary.
Scary nipple.
They're
really
for their
big.
haunted nipples.
It's a comedy horror. It always has been. And the dog slams down on the other side as you pull
And I
back
keep
up.
gunning it. I'm keep
and
gunning
you
it.
come over, and Truman is there with machine gun out, assault rifle out, as 2 more dogs head towards
Hop
you guys.
on.
Oh, okay. I hop on. With
And as-
but backwards
Yeah,
so I can
yeah.
like keep an
And-
eye
The
out.
dogs are gaining on you.
While I see them like make the escape, I'm gonna be like covering them. So
Okay.
like if there's dogs coming towards them, I'm gonna be shooting at those dogs.
All right. What gun do you have?
I have so many guns.
The duffel bag of guns.
I'm going to be using my assault rifle. Or I guess, I don't know if we said assault rifle. Hunting rifle.
Yeah, so the hunting rifle you can actually get good shots at distance from.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm going to say you take out one of the dogs.
Awesome.
So now there's one left. Truman.
Yeah. I take my assault rifle. I'm like, howl at this.
Nice.
Kick some ass. This is the last one as it leaps up at you.
13. Well, technically 14 because I keep forgetting about I know my prey.
Do you want to
we give a couple of.
Yeah.
do you want to inflict terrible harm, suffer less harm, or force it somewhere?
I mean, if I can suffer less harm, that would be great.
Which is going to reduce it to 2 harm, which means 0 for you. So it
Score.
bites a piece of your armor, and you knock it off and shoot it with the assault rifle, and it tumbles down to the ground.
I give it a good kick with my free leg too, as we drive, as we snowmobile off into the distance.
It catches on your boot.
No!
Oh, no.
And you're dragging it along for a while until it finally, you're like kicking it off, and then it flies back.
Wipe it on a tree.
So sticky.
Yeah, you like kick it off, and it smacks into a tree as you.
That reminds me of Edna.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Reminiscent of Edna.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Same squeal, same thud.
Similar. This one's more of a thwack than a thud. You guys are driving through. I'm gonna have you. Are you still like driving really fast, or are you?
Of course.
Yeah, we gotta make time. We gotta get to the.
But safe.
Get going.
Well, here's the question about how safe. I need another act under pressure from each of you.
Can I help him because I'm on the same snowmobile?
Yes.
Nope.
That's not good for me.
Oh man. Steve, you
3
get a
times double ones tonight.
you get a -1 to your roll
I
because.
got 9, which becomes an
Okay.
Sorry.
I got
Sorry.
a 3.
So, Truman, you're about to go left to one side of the tree, and Truman yells right.
8. Oh, and so I panic and I just go right.
So you go right. You still manage to get an 8.
Yeah.
So you make the turn, but you actually like clip the back of the snowmobile, and your snowmobile kind of goes for a tumble. So it rolls,
Oh, no.
and you guys need to both. Yeah, I'm gonna say act under pressure again because you both get knocked off the snowmobile.
Yeah, because the trick with snowmobiles is you let them roll. you just stand up and you just let it go.
I got an 8.
An 8.
Oh, I got a 5.
I'm gonna like flex the rules a little bit for the scenario here. Again, your armor. So I'm gonna you roll off. You take 1 harm from rolling off of the snowmobile. The snowmobile is now stopped. Not Truman. Jasper,
Yeah.
you rolled a 3.
Yeah.
You collide your snowmobile into theirs, which is just tumbled. So it's like it
Oh,
all
yeah.
happens at once. You're right behind them.
Oh, God.
It rolls. Truman flies off and lands safely. It rolls over Steve, which kind of crushes him a little bit. Then you collide with it, and you need to make another act under pressure to see what happens to you.
Also, just want to point out that at all times I've kept my hat on.
Nice.
You're nice.
Yeah.
Will you give me what happens and then do I say if I use a luck point? Or do I have to use it right now? I mean, it's probably better to use it before, right? Otherwise, it's kind of
it's
cheating.
before I tell you what the outcome is.
Because I got a 6, so... I mean, yeah.
You have a -2?
No.
There's
Oh,
8.
no, sorry. I mean, I got a 7.
That's a pass.
It's like a hard.
Then I'll
You-
take it.
So you will still take some harm, but you're going to take 1 harm
Okay.
as it collides, and you go flying off the front and land in the snow next to Steve.
Turns out we were never really good with snowmobiles.
Yeah.
I've never driven a snowmobile in my entire
I mean,
life.
fast through a dense forest is probably not easy. It's like that scene in Empire Strikes... No, not Empire Strikes Back. Return of the Jedi. Except you're not on speeder bikes.
And it's not snowing.
and it's not.
And we're not being chased by
We're not
zombies.
dead.
Not evergreen.
I mean, it's just.
Other than that, it's like
That's, you know,
Very
shot for
similar,
shot.
though.
Listen, when I think of people going quickly through woods, that's what comes to my mind.
And it's nighttime.
So.
It's kind of like the
It's
Revenant.
even harder.
Low
Okay, so it's
visibility.
not at all like that. It's more like you're riding snowmobiles through a dense wood at night,
in
trying
winter,
to navigate.
in Canada.
Has nothing to do with.
Yeah, that's actually okay. I can relate.
We're
to
in
that.
Canada, right?
No,
Wait,
We're in the
yeah, we
Arctic.
aren't we?
No, we're in the Arctic.
you're in Alaska.
Oh, we started off
Oh.
in Canada.
You
forgot.
are Canadian
Sorry.
and you went to
Forgot
Alaska.
that flight we went on.
Yeah.
We crashed earlier.
Okay, so
Did we
you
make it
guys
to
are.
Alaska?
Big bump on my head.
The
Concussion.
snowmobiles are still functioning,
Oh, score.
but they've gone for a tumble. And you hear behind you, again, the cracking of tree limbs and the stomping.
I'm gonna throw down one of the bombs, one of the remote detonated bombs.
On the
But-
snowmobile. One of the snowmobiles, and we'll just take one.
You know, just go after the snow. I mean, because I can just leave it there and instead of blowing up a snowmobile.
I thought maybe it'd be a bigger explosion
Yeah, true, because there's gas.
with like gas and shrapnel.
Doing
and
it.
stuff. Yeah.
Doing it.
Let's take one snowmobile
Okay.
now.
Okay,
And
I
then
help on the front.
I'm gonna quickly build. No, I'm just kidding. I was gonna. Never mind. Okay.
What? No, say
I was
it now.
gonna say like a faux person to put on the like a little
We made it.
snow.
We made it.
man.
for that.
You
Just
do
to
not
put
have
on
enough
it.
time for that.
Okay, I'm just like starting it, and it was like, no, we don't have time for that. I'm like, okay.
on
I just put down
snowmobile.
my bomb, and I still have the remote, and then I guess we all just hop on one.
I'm on the front.
I'm
on, guys.
looking back. I'm just waiting.
Yeah, so Mitch is backwards, and I'm sitting in between, so I'm wedged between them, but I have my arms behind me holding Mitch,
Nice.
Okay.
so then he doesn't fall off. My duffel bag's in front of me.
I'm gonna have you. I want there to be a role for this because I have an idea, but I'm trying to think of what that role is gonna be. It might just default to act under pressure. I'd like you to make a act under pressure roll.
Well, that's not very good. Luck point.
Do it.
Okay.
Nice.
Then in that case, you see the beast.
We time it.
You see the beast come right up to the snowmobile that you planted the mine on as you're taking off, and it starts ripping the thing apart.
Dumb bastard. I
There's a huge
explode it.
explosion,
Yeesh.
and once again, we're gonna say that does 4 harm.
Even with the shrapnel and gasoline from the
That's a lot.
jet.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Snow dew.
It's a lot.
All right, do the same. I gotta try.
You gotta ask.
But I get it. You get you win.
you win.
Actually, as we're starting to go, I'm like, Steve, or someone make a snowball.
Okay, I'm an expert at this. I kind of reach out the side as we're going, and I collect
nice.
dust, and I build a snowball, and I go.
And I bless the snowball.
Roll act under pressure again. You're on a moving snowmobile, and you're trying to create a snowball from the ground as you're moving.
God darn it!
I'm gonna help.
Okay.
Oh gosh, I'm gonna help. I get a 9.
A 9 on help. The help grants them +1 to the roll, but you also expose yourself to danger.
So at that point, I have to let go of any, like I'm not really hanging on to the snowmobile.
Okay, so you help. What does that turn your roll into?
A 5.
It's still
That wasn't worth it.
Yeah.
Guys, you fail to make a snowball, and like you reach down, and it's just like snow is exploding past your hand, and you're like, ah! And Steve
It hurts
tries
so
to
much.
help, and he's like, I'll cup it, and he reaches down with both hands and starts to fall off the snowmobile.
No!
What do you guys do?
I'm gonna
grab
hold him on.
behind me with one hand.
All right, you both grab Steve. You can both make a help out roll.
3.
8.
All right. So you're gonna make an act under pressure. There's a -1 and a +1, so it's just even.
So the classic advantage disadvantage scenario.
Oh boy.
I got a 6.
Markdown experience.
Oh,
It's worth it.
Marked down
Oh,
mine.
I probably
I'm pretty
have
sure I've had,
a
like,
couple too.
Yeah. Anytime that you guys fail miserably at a roll. So Steve
keep failing.
goes flying.
I as I fall over, I get like clipped by like a branch or something.
Yeah.
I just
And you go flying into a tree.
Oh no.
No!
A
Edna!
loud thud.
Oh no.
And you take...
I've heard that sound before. No! I help out.
Wait, how much
have I
damage
already
do I
helped
take?
You
out?
could protect someone.
I'm gonna protect him. Yeah, I'm gonna protect
I
him.
mean, yeah. Do you want me to protect him? I have a.
You and I are both +2
I'll protect
tough,
him.
so
Yeah, but I also have a.
you have way more.
I
help.
choose to use my special ability.
I'm about to help him.
Okay.
And
all
then
my
like,
powers are only in the
actually-
sunlight.
Yeah.
So, all impending danger is now focused on you. You inflict harm on the enemy, which doesn't really make sense, or you hold the enemy back. I'll say that you can, by protecting him,
But maybe we stop the.
reduce the harm.
Can we
I'll
stop the snowmobile so that I don't fall?
The snowmobile
hard?
slows down. You still fly off, and you roll into a tree, and I'm going to give you only 1 harm.
Okay.
What are you at?
1 health.
Ew.
Tell me about it.
You have any health in that bag?
I do.
Nice.
Roll
Rolls
it.
is
Baby.
Use the metal dice.
No, I I get a 9.
Which
So I,
means
I have it, but not here. It will take some time to get it.
you find the first aid kit, but you are in no position to apply it right now. You need to get
Is it
somewhere.
because of hitting a tree? Because I hit a tree.
I mean,
Concussed
it's
again.
also because you can hear like a screech as this like it no longer looks like a 4-legged creature because it's been blown up all this time. It almost looks like the corpses that were forming this creature have just become meat at this point. And it's this like moving mass of meat that's almost like seeping through the trees now towards you, and you guys can see it near you. So you have the first aid in your hand, but in order to apply the first aid, you need to get somewhere where you have a moment.
I'm gonna look for a like a little like a cropping, like an outcrop thing, like a cave-ish type area. So I'm gonna panic look for like a cave. I'm gonna use my panic room.
Okay.
I'm looking for an out. I want to find like a place where I can hide somewhere where it will go right past me. Metal dice, don't let me down. 13.
Nice. They did not let you down.
All right, you see there's the crest of a hill, which just over the hill is where the radio tower is. But on that crest of the hill, there's a tree that has like its roots forming this little kind of hovel that you could crawl into.
I do. I do that.
You crawl into this little hovel. You guys are still on the
Snowmobile.
snowmobile.
Yeah. Are we on separate snowmobiles?
No, you're on the same one.
Same one. Oh, yeah,
Steve
yeah,
fell
yeah.
off, and you
Yeah,
just watched
true.
him crawl into a hovel as you guys are still kind of moving.
Okay.
What do you-
I'll Steve, meet us.
Steve, this mound of fleshy, massive meat starts coming up right next to the tree, and it stops. What do you do?
You know, on the radio that Anthony gave us,
Yeah,
you know, on radios where like you turn it to like static.
yeah.
I turn it on static. I jam the button, and I just throw the radio as far as I can away from me.
Roll act under pressure.
Nice. That was a good idea.
Metal dice.
Yeah.
Luck point.
Yeah.
Nice.
How many luck points do you have left?
1.
Oh, God.
One? Oh no.
Okay. You huck the radio, and the mass turns and follows the sound of the radio.
Nice.
And I just start like frantically applying first aid to myself.
You heal 2 harm.
Worth it.
You guys fly over the hill,
awesome.
making air, and you come veering up to a wire fence that is around this large radio tower. And there's a little brick building next to the tower, and then the tower has a ladder that goes all the way to the top. And you can see at the very top, a dish and mechanism up at the top. You can see it's kind of smoking a bit, and it's like tilted downwards. And you can see that there's supposed to be like a flashing light up at the top. It's dark. And the gate, there's like a gate in the fence, but it's kind of has a chain wrapped around it and a lock on it. And there's barbed wire around the top of the fence.
How are we gonna get in?
Yeah, I'm gonna take out the geologist's notes.
Yeah.
And then scan it for the best way to get in, or...
I have a key card.
Oh, you got the key card?
That's for the facility.
Well, is there anything in the notes about just how to get in?
It just shows you how to reset the tower. There's nothing about getting in.
We should just ditch... Oh, I'm gonna plant the last remote mine on the bike, and then why don't we just sneak in through the gap in the fence?
There's a gap in the fence?
I thought you said where it was chained, there's a gap.
There's a gate,
Oh, there's
but
a
it's
gate.
chained shut with a lock
I
on
thought
it.
you were gonna
Oh.
explode the fence.
Yeah, I am gonna explode the fence. I'm going
That's the impression
to.
I got.
I'm gonna ask you to get off the
I mean,
The
can we
snowmobile.
just put the thing by the fence instead of exploding the
Can you
snowmobile?
just drive the snowmobile through?
That's probably a good idea. Okay, I'm gonna save the remote mine.
Okay.
I'm going to take the snowmobile. I'm going to bring it back about 100 feet, and using the duct tape, I'm going to first duct tape down the steering wheel so it is only going straight. Of course, I'm aiming it at the gate right now. And then I'm gonna get off the snowmobile, and then I'm gonna be holding the brake and the accelerator at the same time. I'm gonna duct tape the accelerator down, and then I'm gonna say, "Get out of the way, Truman!" And then I let go
I step to the
of
side.
the brake.
The snowmobile veers forward and smashes through the gate.
Yeah. All right.
And just then, Steve comes hobbling over the hill.
Wait, where's the
Yay!
monster in
Alright.
relation to us?
It's gone off to the side. You can still hear it, but currently you can't see it.
Nice score.
Stop breathing so loudly. It's gonna know you're here.
It's all
You're like breathing. I'm like,
Guys, let's get to the tower.
let's do it.
I'm gonna go through this nice hole.
So you guys run into
Sick
the
hold on.
lot. There's the large tower, and there's the stone brick little building next to it that looks no bigger than like an outhouse. You know.
What are the instructions?
The instructions say
Up and down.
that I have to.
There's a generator in the basement of the little building that needs to be turned back on, and the dish at the top of the tower needs to be reset.
I said
So
all
who's
this.
going up and who's going?
I'll go up. I've got an idea for how we can protect the tower. Question for you, though, Jasper.
Yes,
Do you have a
yes.
sniper rifle in there?
Do I have a sniper rifle?
You have a hunting rifle.
I have a hunting rifle.
Is it accurate at long
It's
distances?
well, if I'm shooting it, it is.
Hello.
Okay.
That's not a diss towards anybody else here. That's more of a compliment to myself.
Can I borrow your hunting rifle? Slash, do you have more than one that I can borrow?
I do actually.
Oh,
There you go.
sweet,
I have like
thank you.
3. You want one too?
You know, if you're just
There
giving
you
them
go.
away.
Yeah. I just twirl handguns.
And I strap it around. Yeah. If you hear shots, keep doing what you're doing.
Oh, that's good. to know.
Twirling this.
Yeah.
Okay, so who's going up? You're going up. Who's going down?
I guess you want to team it?
Question: in your bag, are there carabiner clips?
Yeah. Such a silly question. 9. They're. Oh, I can't. Oh, where are they? I know they're somewhere.
They're in the little hovel that you were hiding out in. They fell out of your bag.
We left them there.
You took them out while you were getting out the first aid kit, and you remember setting them off to the side and not picking them back up.
You can have. I have my belt, and I.
You could go back for them.
I have duct tape.
You would do that. I go
Belt
back.
is good. Belt is good. Give me your belt.
No, I start running back to the hovel.
Oh, okay.
All right, he's running back to the hovel.
Wait, just for carabiner clips? No, that's stupid.
Come back.
This is suicide.
Just give me the belt. It's fine.
I'm just throwing things out
Can
there.
I?
It's okay.
Can I take off my belt?
Okay.
Now this is my grandmother's belt. but I'm willing to.
I'm taking it.
Bunch
Don't
of flower
lose it.
patterns. That's super
And I
cute.
just like wrap it around my like, almost like a rope
Wait, do you have a
for
toolkit?
now. Like just
Okay,
the
what do
one.
you mean?
Like a
Piece to it?
toolkit
Yeah.
that would maybe fix like a radio tower?
Do we need to fix it? Oh yeah, I guess we need to reset the.
Because once we get up there, we need to
We need to-
secure it there somehow.
Well, we
So
need to
maybe
move it, don't we? No.
one person goes down and 2 people go up, because we just have to flip a generator switch downstairs.
Yeah.
Could be a lot of people downstairs.
I can go downstairs if you guys want to go up. And
What's your health isn't
So what's
very good.
required to do
my
the
health
up?
is okay. I just have no luck.
All that the
I have
instructions
a lot of
say
luck
is to reset the
Do you
dish
Why don't I go?
Okay.
Okay.
and turn
Yeah,
on
you
the
got-
generator.
You got the mystic arts on your
Yeah,
side.
yeah. There's nothing behind this. Oh god!
So you get the switch. I'm
yeah.
gonna climb with Truman.
Can I have the key card, please?
I hand it to you. Can I
Thank
read
you.
a bad situation?
It's on a lanyard.
Sure.
call.
7.
All right, so you get to ask me one.
Are there any dangers we haven't noticed?
As you're looking around, you notice up at the top where the dish is, suddenly there's like a burst of sparks.
Oh boy.
A burst of sparks.
Yeah. It looks like there might need to be some rewiring done to get the radio tower working.
Take my duct tape.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think we can fix it. We'll have to find a way. We can try.
We'll see what
So are we sure we
happens.
want to split the party? Screw it.
We have to.
Let's do it.
Like, okay, just go down there, flip the switch, and then come immediately back up.
Okay, and looking at this map that he gave us, I know that if I open up this door, all I have to do is...
It looks like there's a ladder that goes down into a basement area, and there's a few mechanical things down there, and there's a generator down there that you're gonna have to
Wait,
like.
the instructions, are they step-based?
Um,
So is it like flip the switch, then repair the or like vice versa?
it's hard. They're kind of just scribbled down notes.
Anthony?
The first note does
Good thing we have
say,
our walkie-talkies.
turn on the generator. The second part of the note says to reset the dish.
I think we should reset the dish first,
Yeah.
because if there's sparks flying out there, I don't want a...
Yeah, so come
you
with us.
know,
Come
a
with
Jurassic Park situation.
Come up.
Come with
Come
us.
up.
We're
Okay.
gonna let's all go up the radio tower. Don't smile like that. Don't.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I mean, I'm going up either way.
Yeah, I gotta go. Climb.
I don't
Should go
even
down.
know anymore.
You should go down. You should go down.
All right, peer pressure has
Peer
gotten me
pressure.
killed once again.
I'm going to, what can I do? Manipulate.
I'm unmanipulatable.
That is an option to manipulate another hunter.
I'm going to do that.
I can never be manipulated.
And I use tough to do it.
Okay.
7.
Wait.
They mark experience if they do what you ask. So if you do what she asks, you get an experience point.
Worth it.
Oh. Yeah, screw it. I'll do it. Oh, wait. I also have... Wait. Jill. Sorry. Truman. So you're saying
Yep.
I should probably climb up this tower
No.
right now.
I'm saying you should go down and do the generator.
Okay. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to come up with you so that I can get +1 on all of my ongoing moves. Because I have contrary.
Awesome.
So we don't split the party.
All right, we're going up. And I just start climbing.
I'm climbing
up.
behind.
By the way,
Truman.
if I ever ask you something, tell me to do the opposite. If you want me to
Okay,
do something,
cool.
tell me to do the opposite.
I mean, I'm good either way.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, so you all start climbing up the tower.
I'm not climbing up the tower.
Oh.
I'm staying down and I'm standing guard.
Okay.
Oh, good idea.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's why they keep me
Do you want
around.
some holy water?
Yeah, hell yeah.
I hand him one of my 3 water bottles that I've left over.
Oh, you don't have the squirt gun?
I do. I have the squirt.
Oh,
I have the big
you're gonna keep
pack,
it.
But I had
Okay.
2 extra water. Sorry, I have 2 water bottles left because I threw 1 already.
Hmm.
So I had 3 from the plane crash, and then the backpack that has 4 charges left.
I'm going to take one of those water bottles and I'm going to say this to the group first before I make an idiot of myself. Make like a barricade where the fence is So it's like a holy water barricade.
Well, I was gonna put it on the tower. I was actually gonna climb up and put it on
like
the tower
as you're
itself.
going down?
As I was going
So they can't
up or
climb up it?
something.
Yeah, that's
but
good.
if you're gonna do that at the bottom, maybe just like spray the bottom of it so if they touch it, it's like
Sure. Okay, I'll do that with one of my water bottles.
We basically do a kind of a Home Alone sort of trap.
Yeah, so
for-
all the time that
With
you
all
spend
holy water.
discussing this and doing this, you guys turn and there's just this like big mound of meat
Oh, no.
that's now pushing itself through the cracks
bars?
in the fence.
oh,
Go,
spray
go,
it
go,
on
up,
it,
up,
go
up,
spray
up,
it.
up, up.
Go,
Yeah,
go, go,
I'm gonna go.
Stop.
Like I'm gonna put some in my mouth and go.
Like all over the base of the tower.
No, on
Onto the meat monster?
On the meat monster.
It recoils a little bit.
Yeah. And then I climb. Well, I don't climb up, but I still am guarding.
Okay.
I start like booking
Yeah,
it
we're
up
going.
there.
We're up.
Okay, I need both of you to roll act under pressure. You are climbing very fast. You're on the ground, so you're fine.
9.
6.
Truman slips.
Oh
Oh,
no.
You guys are about maybe only like 15, 20 feet up this like 100-foot tower.
Help me!
And her foot slips.
I grab her.
What
with
you
my,
got a
9.
9. So yeah, you can grab her, but then I'm gonna have you make another act under pressure roll. Or you can not grab her and be fine.
It's only like 20 feet up.
Draw me then. It's fine.
I'm sorry.
I'm tough.
She's tough. I go, oh!
Can you help me though? No.
Because I have my broken arm trying to hold
Oh
on.
yeah, true.
And so I just miss something.
Draw me.
Yeah, and she falls, and so I'm gonna give her 4 harm.
Oh!
So two.
Oh!
Okay. Okay. Man, oh man.
You didn't land well.
I have a concussion now too.
Like you slip
Sure,
and
I'm
you fall
sorry.
backwards like 20 feet. That's not a small
I
fall.
keep climbing. I
It's
keep
an
climbing.
ouchie.
It's
All right.
on snow,
I
though.
get
It's
back
nice
and I
snow.
start to climb the ladder again.
All right.
Climb.
Steve, you're about 40 feet up. I'm gonna
How tall is it?
100.
Okay.
We're gonna have you make another act under pressure roll.
Caesar's Palace. 13.
All right. You actually start climbing even faster.
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
I take the belt and what I want to, is there any hooks on the ladders or anything?
Yeah.
I want to like use the belt to like pull myself up.
Okay. I'm gonna give you a +1 going forward. Actually, I'm gonna give you a +2 going forward because you're secured in there. Give me another act under pressure roll.
7.
You continue to go up. Now, I need to give you a hard choice because of the 7.
Okay.
You make it about halfway up the ladder using the belt. And the belt looks like it's about to snap.
It's about a 150-year-old belt. That's probably why.
You can either
They don't make them like
save the
an
belt.
antique.
That was an antique belt belonging to Steve Miami Ashcroft's
Nope.
grandma.
Yeah, but it was actually like handed down from like Queen Elizabeth the 13th.
Oh my
Uh,
gosh.
It's a very valuable belt, or you can let the belt break.
I'm letting the belt break.
Grandma, no!
Steve is sad.
The ghost of grandma.
Jasper,
Yes.
you're noticing that this
Give me
like
that belt.
gooey meat is just kind of moving towards you, inch
guys.
by inch. The radio, it's not working
Oh, it's still
until
not
the
working?
radio tower
oh,
is
gosh.
fixed.
Okay.
And it actually starts to move between, like, so it's kind of moving around the sides of you and in front of you, and it's like oozing through the fence and then reforming into a solid mass, and it's kind of rising up in front of you, and it starts to move between you and the little hut where the generator is. What do you do?
I book it to the generator.
All right, act under pressure.
You can do it.
So 7.
All right. You can make it to the generator. But something bad is going to happen. It won't hurt you, but it's going to suck. But you'll make it to where the generator is. Or you can choose not to make it, and you will be safe. So you either get to make it to the generator and be in a bad situation, or stay safe, but the passage to the generator is blocked.
Let's make it.
You run into the hut and you see a little hole in the ground with a ladder that goes down, and as you run in, the door slams closed and you can feel like you can hear the meat monster kind of pushing up against it, and you even see a little bit of it seeping under the door, but all the light that was going through that cracks is blacked out. The little hut that you're in is now engulfed within the monster, and it's pitch black.
Good thing I have my flashlight.
Woo!
You turn on the flashlight and point it down, and there's a ladder that goes down into a dank, damp passage.
Smells dank down there.
Meanwhile, outside, you guys see Jasper run in, and the monster just kind of over top of the hut, and it starts to like form these tendrils that are reaching out towards the tower just below where Truman is. Steve, what are you doing?
Am I made it to the top yet?
You are just about at the top. I'm gonna have you make one more act under pressure roll.
Even with that 13? I guess.
You're really high up. You're
not
just
afraid of
getting to the
heights.
top.
10.
Okay. You make it to the top. Truman.
Truman, be careful.
What I want to do is I want to go around, take the hose of my backpack, hang onto the ladder, and just like spray the tendril.
Nice.
The tendril whips up towards you as you do this, and you're spraying it. I'm gonna have you roll kick some ass.
Yeah.
Kick some
Kick that tendril's ass.
Nice.
That looks good.
11!
Yeah.
All right. You can gain advantage taking a +1 forward.
Oh, sorry, 12.
You either way. You can give +1 forward to another hunter. You can inflict terrible harm, suffer less harm, or force it where you want it.
I need to suffer less harm.
Okay. So its tendril usually would do 3. Because you're suffering less harm, it only does 2, meaning you are fine. How much damage do you
So
do
she's
to it?
fighting this monster.
4.
Nice.
So as the tendril whips up towards you, you spray it, and it goes to grab your leg, and you're spraying it with this holy water, and you see it sizzling like cooked meat. And it lets go of you, and you hear this kind of like, and it kind of recoils back, and you see this mouth kind of form in it once again with all of these like skeletal teeth, and it just screams, and then it leaps up and latches to the tower and starts moving up it just below you.
So is it not on the shed anymore?
It's not on the shed anymore. It's still like connected to the shed, but it's like stretched itself up and is now like moving up the tower as well. It's almost like the slime that's engulfed the shed and is starting to move up the tower as well.
And I say, Steve, get this thing going!
Okay.
I yell
Panel.
at people.
There's a panel.
Yeah.
What am I looking at here?
What are you looking at? There's a bunch of wires. There's a dish. You can see the dish is kind of like hanging off, and there's like a part that it was supposed to be connected to. It's about like this big, and there's like a wire that's broken and snapped, and that's kind of what you have to deal with right now.
Okay, so the first thing I do is I take the wire, I put it together, and I do like the twist. And then I'm gonna take that satellite dish, and I used to install satellite dishes before down in Miami, mostly for yachts, and I throw it back up, and I just start.
It looks like it's not sticking. You're gonna need something to adhere it.
What's in your bag?
I know that, like, you know when metal, like if you lick metal, like your tongue gets stuck to it. So
It's like friction welding.
Yeah,
but
it's
with
super
your tongue.
cold. It's super cold. So I just wanna.
You want to lick the?
No, do a Sylvester the cat. Go.
Yeah, like
All over
I
I hope nobody uses this microphone in the future.
You hear me yell?
I'm going to give you a moment to
glue in
think
your
about what you're doing. We cut to Jasper.
Okay. So I'm heading down the ladder, and I'm pointing my flashlight down, and I'm constantly just like looking around.
As you get to the bottom of the
checking
ladder,
everything.
you see some of the goo start to come over the top and like move down towards you on the ladder.
Cool.
But it's moving very slowly, and there doesn't seem to be a lot of it.
I'm not too worried about that.
Okay.
So am I on the floor?
Yeah.
I'm looking around for my flashlight, looking for enemies, looking for the generator.
As you're moving through the room, you hear a shuffling off to the side. And there's a corpse standing there, and it makes eye contact with you. What do you do?
I take a swig of water and I go, and I just fake sneeze in its mouth.
You know what? I didn't even say that it was moving towards you, so it's not even a kick some ass. You do... You spit the holy water on the zombie, and again you see this like black ghostly entity like move out of it screaming, and the body just falls over.
Nice.
And then you move to
The generator.
the generator.
Yeah.
What do you do?
I read the notes real quick, just making sure this isn't some kind of trick generator.
No, this is the generator.
Is it full of gas?
Yeah.
Then I start. No, I don't start it up yet. There's nothing. Is there anything else down here? Anything good that I can take?
No.
I don't have my walkie-talkie yet.
Did you? No.
Um.
Steve's walkie-talkie.
Cut back to
Okay, good. That's fine.
Truman.
Mm-hmm.
This thing is now like partially on the tower, just like moving up towards you. What are you doing?
I take my backpack, I open up the top, and I dump it out.
Oh, yeah.
Roll kick some ass.
Nice.
Suck it, monster.
I'm using a luck point.
Is that your last luck point?
Nope.
No, one more.
Okay.
Last
what,
one I'm gonna use this game.
what would you like to happen?
She
Do you
says
want to gain the advantage
luck
and take
points,
plus
too.
1 forward, inflict terrible harm, suffer less harm? or
Terrible harm.
Terrible harm.
All right, so that's going to be plus 1 harm. All right. It starts to sizzle back away from you. And one last tendril flies up and grabs you around the leg,
What?
doing 3 harm.
No.
One harm.
And it starts pulling on you, and you're holding onto the ladder, and this thing, as it falls back off the tower, is pulling at you. Steve.
I find my like super heated, because when we used to make like ice slides, I'm gonna pour like, I'm gonna fuse it together, like super fuse it, and I have what's it called, the
Just like foam.
liquid ice oxide stuff,
Okay.
like super cold stuff that I'm gonna like when it's there. So
Roll
like
for
just
it.
metal on metal. I'm gonna pull it out of my bag. I get a 9.
It's not where you want it to be.
Yeah.
You pull it out of the bag, and it slips out of your hand
No!
and starts falling. And Truman
I go to grab it.
grabs
So
it.
it's like ting, 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 ting,
Yeah.
ting, ting.
So Truman grabs
I'm
it,
on with one
Tendril
arm,
on
and
her
I've
leg,
got this thing. I'm
holding
like,
on with one arm, and Truman's got it. And he's about like, you were a little above halfway, right?
Yeah.
So he's about like 30 feet above you.
I do one of the like the fireman slide down. So I grab both sides of the ladder, and I put my feet on the outside of the rings, and I just slide down, try to get to Truman.
Don't hit me!
I don't know what's
Nice.
gonna happen.
You slide down.
Never
You
done
guys
this
are now
before.
together.
Yeah.
And do you pass him?
I pass him the thing. I'm like, get it done!
And then I want to start frantically trying to climb back up.
Another act under pressure to climb back up without incident.
Go.
It's a 5.
As you grab it out of Truman's hand, you slip off the ladder. Truman?
I go to grab him.
No! Take the ice! And I'm gonna try to. I'm gonna throw
No!
this can of like liquid nitrogen stuff. And as I'm falling, I want to pull out my sword and try to like chop one of the tendril that's holding Truman.
Roll kick some ass.
Yeah! For the generator. I get a 9.
It's close.
You slash the tendril off,
Yes.
and that with the water, the beast starts to shrivel downwards.
Ooh, yeah.
And the tendril lets go of Truman. You land in the pile of meat,
Oh no.
and you just disappear.
Oh no.
You see like all these bones and shards wrap around Steve Miami Ashcroft
Steve!
as he is pulled into the meat monster and disappears.
Oh my gosh.
We cut to Jasper, contemplating whether he's
Something
going.
messed up just happened.
There's
Yeah.
a disturbance.
Oh gosh. I start the generator.
Okay. Give me. No, you know what? Yeah, you start the generator. Takes a little bit. You have to like kind of work it up a bit. Yeah. And you hear it. And actually, as you, Truman, see Steve disappear into the meat monster.
I go, fix the saddle.
And there's a burst of sparks from the top indicating, and you actually see the little light turn back on.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do?
How much of this ice stuff do I have?
It's like a spray thing, so.
Okay. I go up the ladder.
Okay.
Yeah. I was like, how come you're not here, Steve?
Whatever that was. You climb up, and you get the satellite dish into position,
Yeah. I spray it to like get it right.
and it sticks.
Huh.
And as you look down, the monster is still wilting away.
Okay. So the satellite's up, ready to go?
Satellite is up, and yeah, actually, you can hear like all your walkie actually comes in, and you hear Anthony, and he's like, "Are you there?"
I don't even answer. I also fireman slide down
100 feet.
with the rest of the spray cold. And when I reach the meat monster, I start spraying it with the liquid ice stuff.
Okay. It starts to freeze and like shatter away as you're spraying it.
Yeah.
Jasper, what are you doing?
Okay.
I'm gonna climb up the ladder as quick as possible. Is there any meat
You
covering?
see lights start to appear under the crack in the door.
Awesome. So I know the meat monster isn't covering anymore.
Yeah.
I would say I got 1 bottle of water. Tell me if you think this is fair. 1 bottle of water is probably 3 good swigs and sprays.
Yeah.
Then I'm gonna put the like last bit in my mouth. Just hold it. So I have both my hands, and then I get up and I see no Steve. I see Truman trying to freeze this meat monster.
As you're
and
bursting
so
out the door, you have to like shove aside some hunks of like meat and bone as you burst through the door.
Right.
And it's kind of just like all around that area, and it's kind of just like withering and like turning into just like piles of blood and gore that don't seem to really be moving anymore.
I'm gonna run over to the meat monster, and with the remaining holy water I have in my mouth, go bleh.
There's another bottle in my satchel
I know.
if you need it.
Yeah.
I like how your mouth is the delivery system
Yeah.
at all times.
There's no other way.
Everything settles, and you guys see amongst the pile of meat Steve Miami Ashcroft laying just like that.
It's no worse than a plane crash.
Can I give him CPR?
Yes.
I'm gonna give
Give it CPR.
I'm gonna give him some CPR.
I mean, I probably.
I'll do the-
I just fell. Like
I
blunt
lick
force trauma.
my lips so much.
I'll do the chest
You fell
bumps,
and landed
do
in
the breath.
soft, gooey
Yeah.
meat,
Yeah,
I'll do
but
the- I'll
then
do
you
the
were
chest
eaten by it.
bumps.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you guys are trying to give him
I'm doing the
CPR.
chest bumps.
Yeah.
He's giving him the breaths.
Yeah, breath
One of
life.
you gets to act under pressure. One of you gets to help out.
I
That's
will-
literally their
I'll
worst.
act under pressure because you
I
have
know.
a -1.
Okay.
Okay. 9.
9.
9 with the help out +1.
That's 10. The kiss of life! Sorry for screaming, everybody.
Steve?
I saw everything. Yes! Then I saw nothing. And then I saw Edna. And I saw I saw the stewardess from the plane. I saw a lot of bodies.
Did you grab any peanuts? From the steward? Okay. All right, sorry, Steve. Sorry. Keep going.
Steve, you are covered in gore, and there's like somebody else's ribs sticking out of your chest,
Oh, no.
and you like there's like parts of bodies just all over you, and you are covered in wounds. Like there are puncture marks all over you. You were being digested within this thing. You have a punctured lung. Yeah,
Oh, thank gosh.
Duct tape.
you duct tape them closed.
Yeah.
Is there first aid in your bag?
Steve Miami Ashcroft reaches into his bag
Yeah.
and pulls out.
Oh, one of those like drainage thingies.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like-
Get the
No,
liquid
like a
out of your
regular
lungs.
first
Yeah,
aid.
it's
You
mostly
pull
like a
out.
pen. It's
You
just
pull
like a
out the
pen.
proper amount of equipment, and it's actually at this moment that once again on the radio you hear, "Guys, come in."
Yeah, we're here. We're just saving lives, kicking butts and taking names and whatever.
Are you guys okay? You got the radio tower back online.
I mean, one of us is really punctured by other people's bones, but other than that, yes,
He's
I'm
alive.
fine.
okay. Now that I have you on the radio, I didn't get a chance to explain the full plan. So those mines I gave you, we're gonna blow up the facility with them. You still have them?
I have one.
You have at least
Nope.
a mine.
I
We have a mine?
I have a mine.
We have a mine. We have one mine.
Yeah.
You only gave us 2.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I
like,
was gonna make 4. We'll work with what we got.
How about you make more and then come
we
drop
can
it
find
off?
something in the thing.
Why do you even want to blow this up?
Because my theory is that it's out of control and that it's causing all of the problems that we're experiencing in the area. And I think that if we blow it up, it will stop.
I don't
Theory.
know if I
How
trust
about
this
you
guy.
make more bombs while
Yeah.
we deal with all this here and you bring them?
Okay, tell you what, I'll meet you at the entrance to the facility.
Amazing.
I will get some extra mines made, and I will deliver them to you.
Oh, by the way, we crashed all your snowmobiles. It's fine though. It's cool.
Yeah, we're fine
And I
now.
say, some girls want flowers. My man brings me explodable,
Remote mines.
remote mines.
Yeah, you're more.
Sorry,
Thanks.
what was that?
Nothing. Nothing.
You're still holding the speak button.
No, I'm not.
She's no, I'm not.
So, as you guys regroup and lift Steve up, I guess you can see just off, there's like, you're past the tree line now, there's this radio tower, and there's a dirt road that goes, well, I mean, it's hard to see the dirt road, but it looks like there's some tracks in the snow that kind of form a path that goes off to a far building in the distance that you can see that is this large warehouse type facility. And you see there's many vehicles parked outside, and it's really an indescript building. It's a big gray box with a few windows, and you just see it in the distance, and you're assuming that that's probably
The
facility that all of this is coming from.
Any bad guys in between us?
No.
I think we need to find some more first aid kits, but
I think that's a good idea.
yeah. Let's make our way.
Let's do it. Getting more of that holy water.
It takes you guys
My
a
backpack
while,
is
and
empty.
Steve is in really rough shape. Because you guys did first aid to him, I'm going to let him regain 2 from your 0. You were going to be at 0.
Oh, okay, nice.
Oh, was that from just
Like, I
our
was
first
basically
aid?
dead.
Yeah.
I was basically dead.
And
You
that
were-
doesn't count.
You were dead. What basically happened is I gave these 2 a final chance to save you, and it was a roll that they both were potentially going to suck at, but they did well enough
We
that
did it.
I was gonna.
It was
have
a
you,
clutch moment.
I was gonna have you roll up a new character.
Wow.
Thank you so much.
Wouldn't be the same without you, Steve.
Yeah.
Guys, I know I'm glad we were able to secure. I wanted to have like that final moment, but thanks for making me not die.
You're welcome.
You did have that final moment just inside of a meat monster.
It was scary.
I bet.
I felt like an all-you-can-eat buffet.
Yeah.
Where I was the food.
Where
Yeah.
you were
I
all
was-
he could eat.
Yeah.
It was like a buffet was eating you.
But it's like I was the thing that pushed him over the edge. Like he
Mm.
couldn't eat anymore. He was full.
Nice, bro. You were
As-
the 2-day-old sushi
Yeah.
of the buffet.
Yeah. I was
As,
that last
uh,
order that you shouldn't have taken.
As Steve mumbles incoherently,
Piecing together some weird analogy.
In his head. he's
I'm
like,
actually
you
really
guys are
hungry now.
approaching the facility,
I died.
and you hear some like pops coming from behind you, like an engine popping, like a pff, 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 and then like, and you turn around, and you see Anthony driving Steve's car.
What?
And
Alright.
he pulls up beside you guys, and he's like, "Yeah, I had to take the long way around the whole woods and everything, but I got your car out of the ditch.
Wow.
I fixed up the engine a little bit, put on some snow tires. It's been a really busy night, guys.
Yeah.
I
Fixes
haven't slept.
cars.
Yeah.
Husband
This guy's a
material
dreamboat. Man.
right there.
Don't ask me how I got it out of the snowbank.
Yeah.
Listen, I just figured you'd need it.
What? Well, the monster got it out of the snowbank. Remember, it threw the
Oh
car
yeah,
at
threw it.
Oh, true.
He rolled it back up,
Yeah.
wheeled
all it
it
took.
down to his cabin, and then drove it out, I guess.
Instead
Yeah.
of making more bombs.
Or did he do that at the same
Anthony.
time?
I made two more.
Nice.
Anthony.
So 3 total.
Just when I think
Yeah.
we're like at a good place, you have to go and make some bad decisions. All right, I forgive you.
Just figured you want your car back, you know.
I
Yeah.
really did, and I just climb into the trunk and I just lay there for a minute.
Close the lid.
I just
Just your safe space. Yeah.
and it takes me a few tries to get it to close. It's like
Well, all right, guys. Let me tell you the plan for how we're going to take on this facility.
Laid on me.
And that's where we're ending for the evening.
My gosh. What a tease.
I forgot to film.
What a. Ah,
The only thing,
every time, Truman.
the only thing that you filmed was a dead dog in a basement.
Oh.
and me getting the aftermath of me having my arm reset.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
all the
just you
footage that you
screaming.
have.
The only
great.
footage.
So, you guys defeated the giant meat monster.
Yeah.
You survived a zombie attack.
Yay.
You did a snowmobile chase through the woods.
Yeah.
How do you feel about all that?
It was actually pretty easy.
Yeah. No problem at all.
You didn't
Steve.
throw any.
I'm really happy we successfully did CPR. Because that was like a moment where we were going to lose somebody and it actually worked.
I think
I
Could roll
100%
horrible all
like.
day.
I wanted to give one more chance just because I love all of your characters.
yeah.
I hope the viewers at home are paying attention. Like, please know how to do CPR. You might save a life one
You
day.
never know when it's going
true.
to come in handy.
If you recover your best friend from a meat monster, wouldn't it be nice to be able to bring them back to life?
Yeah.
Resuscitate them.
Remember, BG's staying alive. Ha, 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 staying alive. That's the tempo that you give CPR.
Chest compressions. Chest compressions.
Oh, yeah. We can't forget we did that.
No, if they can use it for CPR, they can use it.
Yeah.
online.
Yeah, that was for saving lives. I think the BGs will give us a break.
Yeah.
Okay.
So thank you guys so much.
Thank you, Kelly.
Thank
That was
all
great.
of you for sticking around
all
and
of
watching
you.
Monster of the Week Chapter 3. There's going to be one more chapter in this story arc.
I'm out of
And,
everything.
And we're going to see how they
so
do
many
in the
points.
final little bits of this. We
They
do
gave
have
up.
Steve's car back, so they might be able to fix themselves up a little bit before they head in. But the last episode will be them taking on the facility. After that, if people really enjoyed Monster of the Week, what we're hoping to do is smaller story arcs that are going to be better put together than this one. I won't lie that I'm having a lot of fun, but I have kind of just been making up each session rather than it being a fully coherent story. So it's coming together.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's definitely coming together. Yeah.
And I'm excited to see how it ends because I need to figure that out. And I'm excited to see where your characters go, but I'm also excited to try some new stuff within the Monster of the Week realm. But
Such
the
a
beautiful
fun game
thing about this game is like we can do anything. If you guys want to set the next episode as like you're in outer space and it's aliens.
Ooh, that'd be sweet.
Or you're a bunch of kids in a town and there's monsters attacking. Or you're private detectives and there is fantastical beasts loose on the neighborhood. I have a whole bunch of ideas and I'm going to pitch them all to you guys and we'll see which one we land on for the next series of Monster of the Week. Tonight, our audio was brought to you by Tabletop Audio, which you've heard many times before. And other than that, I would like to thank Jill, Mitch, and Joe.
Thank you.
And Kyle!
And a very special thanks to
Kyle.
Woo!
Show us that beautiful hand.
Yeah!
Oh, yeah.
Monster Hand.
Nice.
So I know we're ending a few minutes early, but I have nothing else going on. You guys completed the mission. You did it. So thank you guys all so much for watching, and we will see you next Tuesday for another episode of Dungeons of Drakkenheim. Woo. See you all later.
Bye.